Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. We're in this series finale of Runic. Our last session was fraught with adventure, fraught with sorrow, fraught with emotion, and following last session, I was fraught with stomach aches and sad feelings for what transpired.
I was more sad listening back to it.
In summary, the events that occurred in the last session, everyone was able to leave the city of Drakencourt. Harlan was in the lead, of course, being the speedy bird that he is. On everyone's way back, you had some rough moments. Zyle was being afflicted by some sort of transformation that he couldn't understand. Wes, you felt alienated from your father as he was questioning why he jeopardized his future at all and instead gave everything up to you, and you didn't even stay in the city that he did it for. Harlan, he was running scared, basically, being depowered and helpless. And when you arrived back in town, things just kept getting more and more rough. So much work was going into the preparation. Tam Rockjaw, the baby blacksmith, champion of Runic, really, if you think about it, working through the night to make sure you guys were ready to go and that your war preparations were all set. Eventually, everyone was ready. Everyone got together, and you stood face to face against the approaching army of Drakencourt. Drakencourt, of course, had captured their forebear and was manipulating it, taking it hostage, and essentially puppeteering that dragon to attack you guys. And that dragon unloaded the apocalypse on you guys. And in a heroic act of selfless bravery, Talmy, the bugbear, the king of Runic, caught the apocalypse in his hands and saved you all from certain death. Your forebear then was able to break the bonds of the dragon, and you received an empowering jolt. You guys have been infused with power from your forebears. Zyle's transformation revealed that he was actually becoming more and more like Yugi himself, a champion of Runic and a star titan. Wes, you got infused with the energy of Wolfrin, becoming a goblin wolf ready to roll, infused with the power of the Forge Hound. Harlan, you got all your powers returned back to you and then some, as the power of the Dragon Hawk is now at your disposal. That's not it either. You learned that Kilty has received a blessing as well from the forebear of the Mosswood, and even Bintata. Sweet, sweet, simple Bintata.
Even Bintata.
He has now been infused with all the power of death.
Basically became a super badass. Just instant.
Pouring out for Alex. And with that, we begin. Your guys' transformations, they were sudden. And in the case of some of you, Kilty, for instance, hers was not just like a color change or anything like that. But Wes, this is your case also. But like, you felt a lot of like bodily transformations. Harlan, you grew a long draconian tail and horns just out of your skull. Like you guys are physically shook. But then you see just this power that you now wield, and you feel that strength inside you. And you look at the monsters on the other side of the field that did this, that killed your friend and are threatening your town. And you look at each other, and just like that, head down, heels up, 5 of you charge ahead. Now, your opponents are standing far-ish away. They just saw the dragon that they thought they had under control evaporate into midair and then seemingly get absorbed into this falcon. So they're taken aback a little bit. They're just like kind of stunned for a second. They will get their wits about them. But the first people to react on the enemy side are, the undead that they have been commanding. Seeing the 5 of you charge, their various ghasts and other armored creatures that they have been commanding kind of charge ahead to interfere with your charge. But the 5 of you keep going. And as you watch this transformation and the depth of this transformation, it really dawns on you. You see Kilty charging ahead of you, but she is flowing with a power that you haven't seen. The power of Servitus, the springbuk, is now flowing through her veins. You watch. Wes, when you see Kilty running in front of you, because she does run faster, she's an elf. When you see her running in front of you, it's starting to rain. And when a raindrop falls past your line of sight, she vanishes behind that raindrop and appears 5 feet to the left behind a different raindrop. You see her just flying up towards the enemies. Some ghasts try to charge her with the swords. She just plummets underground and pops out from behind him, just swing. This long cream and purple turnip sword in her hand. Bintata is a different story. You guys haven't fought side by side with him, but you remember how you guys would feel when you would watch how Bintata would fight? He'd like summon boils on someone or summon flesh minions, and you're just like,
icky.
At least he's on our side, right?
Yeah.
That was more or less the reaction I think we all had when we saw Bintata. Now you see Bintata charging, and this friendly, good-natured, fish-loving giant is fuming. He is just barreling ahead, but he's not even touching the ground anymore. He flows through his cloak, and his cloak is looks like it's like writhing and moving like a cat in a bag, and it's just like shifting in all these weird ways. And as these ghasts try to intercept him and stop his charge, his cloak flies open, and no less than a dozen black sickles on black tendrils all independently start slashing and cutting down everything in his way. To describe how it looked, imagine this monstrous sickle-legged spider just flying down the field, cutting down everything in front of it.
No,
Lucy's
thank
on
you.
our side. But now it's the 3 of you. The 3 of you are now charging. You have let Kilty and you've let Bintata kind of clear out the faff, and now there's the 5 bastards, the ones you really want, are right in front of you. So I'm going to give you guys, each of you, 1 round. Just kind of get in there, get your bearings. You have 1 round before we start initiative.
Shane, I think you need to go
explain
first.
something.
All right.
I'm sorry, this one's really narrative loaded at the beginning.
You're good.
Okay. I sent you guys a chart. And the way this is going to work is there are things in D&D called lair actions. If you fight an earth elemental and you're in a cave, he might use a lair action to cause rocks fall down on you while you're in the cave. These are things that he could basically do in addition to his actions and bonus actions. Now, in the case where you guys are, you essentially have a situation where your lair, your city, is being encroached on by an imposing lair.
Okay.
The more advanced that the opponent's lair gets, the harder things are going to get for you. So your goal, in addition to defeating the big bads, is going to be defeating their lair. So before anybody takes actions, I want you to tell me if you are attacking a character or if you are attacking the horde.
Okay.
Because the more damage you do to the hordes, the more you push them back. So currently, we're at horde level 1 or advanced level 1. At this time, you are free to take your own lair actions. The enemy cannot take theirs. So, and you kind of want to keep it that way. So you have some layer actions like an ally charge. If this starts raising, this number starts going up, you're going to start taking additional melee attacks every time your enemies take a turn and every time you move. Even if you're not like within like melee range of one of the big bads, at level 4, every 5 feet that you move, you will take melee opportunity attacks. So you kind of want to keep that number down.
Mm-hmm.
You have your ally charges. If you need to drop a number, they'll do that. Your Loxodons, your dwarves, and your goblins will rush the enemy and reduce your counter by 1. Furthermore, your enemies may forfeit their action to take the usher action. When they take the usher action, they're basically encouraging their allies to charge. So they can give up their turn to raise the advanced level by 1. So
Okay.
I hope I'm explaining this all. Last thing you need to keep in mind, because this is an invading army, there is passive advance growth. At the top of order, this counter will go up by 1. So now you guys know what causes the counter to go up. And now you guys know what you need to do to drop the counter down. If you have any questions?
Does section of the horde have any kind of AC or HP?
Yes. And yes to both of those things.
Okay.
I will say I did learn a lesson. One thing I did make a mistake in the last time I waged war on you guys is I limited the amount of backup and reinforcements Maul would have. I'm making that mistake. You can beat back the horde, but you will not be able to beat the horde
Okay.
using conventional means.
Good.
All
You are
right.
currently at advanced level 1. Wes, it's your turn.
Really quick question. Do I have a little wolf tail like sticking out from behind my
Absolutely.
sticking out of my duster? Yes.
Yeah. And you can see like I talk a lot about the rib transformation because I want you to imagine like the grates on a stove. That's what it looks like. You see your ribs look like steel bars covering over a fire that's inside your chest right now.
And yes, you can wag your tail.
Yes. Can I use it as a melee weapon? Okay.
Heavily disadvantaged, yes.
Really quick, as far as the narrative aspect of it, when Zyle transformed and became his level 20th artificer, he did get some new thingies and some new items that he did have infusions for us. Do we have those right now?
Yes.
Hell.
Don't worry about attunement time. Don't worry about anything like that. I want you guys to have all the fun you can have being your class.
So I kind of thought up a little bit of a something for this. So basically, as soon as Zyle starts moving forward, he stomps on the ground and 2 giant artillery cannons pop up, 1 flamethrower, 1 force ballista. And Wes's gun starts to glow, and Harlan's boots start to glow, and so does Zyle's shield, his armor, and his boots. So Zyle now has Boots of the Winding Path, which allow him to teleport 15 feet when using a bonus action. Resistant armor, which is resistance against necrotic. And an enhanced shield, which as a reaction causes the your opponent that attacked you to be blind until the end of their next turn. Harlan gets Boots of Speed. And
Because he's so slow.
and Wes gets an enhanced weapon, and the ring on Zyle's hand starts to glow. He has a spell refueling ring which allows him to refuel one spell slot a day. So
That's
all of that just kind of happens, and Zyle just like stomps his foot and then just starts like anime, like 1 foot stomp, dust.
that's great. What color is the glow?
Blue.
Yes, I was picturing blue. Okay. Okay. Who do I want to attack? I think. I think Wes wants to attack the horde.
You're currently at advanced level 1, and you cannot roll that number negative.
Okay. Then I
So
will,
currently your horde is exactly where you want it to be.
okay. Then I want to attack the necromancer.
The necromancer, Abunai,
Yeah.
the sin against life. Okay.
Dickhead.
Dickhead. Okay, 8 plus 16.
Sorry, one more time.
8
Plus
plus
16?
16. Yeah.
6 for Dex. Holy sh. Okay.
Six
All
for
right,
6 for proficiency.
Yeah, that's right. Dex and proficiency. Yeah, that's 12 plus all the other miscellaneous bonuses you picked up thanks to Strong Bigman
Mm-hmm.
or
Zyle.
enhanced weapons.
Yeah.
Hey. Hey, man, that hits.
Really?
No.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Wow.
Okay.
Who knew the fighter could hit so good?
Okay, so the first attack, that's 12 damage.
12 damage.
And the second attack, that's a 17 plus 16.
Okay.
And then that is...
How about this? Roll all of your attacks, because unless you're going to start breaking them up, just like get all your attacks done.
That's what I was-
Just
okay, cool,
damage
okay.
at once.
So, there we go. Okay, so that first one, yeah. Okay. So
First one was a yes. Second one was also a yes.
2 more. That's 6 plus 16?
That still hits. Yep.
15 plus 16.
That also hits. Yes.
Okay. That's 15, 12, 20.
15, 12, 20,
And then 18.
18. Damn. Okay. Yeah, he took that. He doesn't seem overly proud though,
Mhm.
or happy with you at the moment.
Mhm.
There, Wes.
Mhm.
Hell of a turn. Next in the order is Harland.
Okay. My personal favorite gentleman, the man who stripped me of my power. I am most definitely going to fly over to him at a range of 180 feet.
Jesus.
And before I get to him, while I'm still about 15 feet in the air, I'm going to take the attack action using one of my attacks to do Breath of the Dragon. Is he standing in line with anyone else?
And I'm sorry, you're attacking Lord Xander?
No.
You're attacking Air Duke. The
Air Duke, that's his name.
Dragon's Pride.
Yep, Air Duke.
Sage of Evocation. I would say he is actually standing in Xander's proximity, yes.
Okay, I would like to do my Breath of the Dragon using the 20-foot cone, encapsulating them both. They need to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
And they
Xander
need-
did roll a 19,
Meets it, it beats it.
and Air Duke, he rolled an 8.
He definitely fails. So he's going to take 19. Let's go lightning damage.
Damn.
And Xander will take half of that.
Great. So
I'm going to
there.
do my second attack on Air Duke. It'll be 11 plus 13, 24.
That's a hit, yes.
I'm gonna do a stunning strike on him, so I need him to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Constitution saving throw, you got it. Thank you. That's 13. Oh, you're attacking Air Duke. He is +4. 17.
17 fails.
17 fails.
Um,
Air
And-
Duke is now stunned. How much damage did he take?
he took 13 damage.
13 damage.
The only reason I broke this up is because since he is stunned, I'm going to burn a key point, use one of the attacks on him for my unarmed strike. 10 plus 13, 23.
That's a hit, yes.
1d10 plus 7. He will take 12 damage. And then I'll use my last attack on Xander. I'm going to try and step over and hit Xander.
Lord Xander.
Hit Lord Xander with the unarmed strike, or the final unarmed strike that I have. 18 plus 13.
That does hit his AC, yes.
31. I need him to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
He did roll a 26.
He does pass. He still takes 11 damage.
All right.
And then that
Jumping
is
back and forth on different people makes me have to swap between my eraser and my pen back and forth. Not saying don't, but like.
Oh no. Oh, I'm sorry.
And
Sorry.
Xander took 11.
Yeah, Xander took 11.
Cool.
And that is my turn.
That is your turn. Zyle, you are up to bat.
All right, how far away am I from the main group of everyone?
I was kind of laying it out so you guys can get there with 30 feet of movement.
Okay, so
Never mind Harlan moving 6 times that amount in a turn. But
all right, so what I'm going to do is
shame on you, honestly.
for the first thing, I'm going to cast. Actually, so are all of them like within a 20-foot radius?
If you hit something in a 20-foot radius, I'd say you can get at most 3 of them.
Okay, so I'm gonna do that.
Xander plus 2 sages.
All right, so I'm gonna go for Xander, Carlin, and Gildred, and I'm going to cast Ice Storm. Hail of rock hard ice pounds the ground in a 20-foot radius, 40-foot high cylinder centered in a point within range. Each creature must make a dex saving throw. Takes 2d8 of bludgeoning and 4d6 of cold damage on a failed save and half as much on a successful one. And I'm casting that at my 5th level spell, so that everything gets increased by 1d8.
Okay, you're going to have to hold on a second for that damage. It's 14. And then the last one. No. That's all 3 of them failed. They rolled a 15 and 2 14s.
Okay, So 2d8. Actually, it's going to be 3d8. So I'm going to roll my d8s. Oh, crap. I have my arcane firearm, too, so I get to add the 1d8 roll to the damage for one of those. So that's a 3, so I get to add 3. So there's 3, 8, 8, and then so the 4d6 is 5d6. 6, 5, 6, 6, 4.
45. Is my math correct?
5. Looks right. And that hit all 3 of those guys?
Yep. And so they are also, that is the hailstone stones turn the storm's area of effect in difficult terrain till the end of your next turn. So now that that's done, I am also going to activate my both of my cannons, and I'm going to send the flamethrower one, because that is a 15-foot cone, so I would assume that could hit 2 of them.
Yes.
Okay, so then I'm going to go
I'm sorry,
after...
who was the third one you attacked? There was Claren, Xander, and
Gildred.
Gildrin.
Gildred. Thank you.
Let's run a level 20 finale. It's going to be so much fun.
So I'm going to do the flamethrower at both the sages, the Claren and Gildred. So, gosh. So, all right. So I still have to roll for that to hit, right?
Yes.
My
Oh,
brain.
no, I'm sorry. There's a dex save for your
Oh, that's
flamethrower.
right. That's right.
Okay. And you went for
Claren and Gildren.
Yeah, Claren and Gildred with the flamethrower.
perfect. That's a 6. That's an 8. Yes, I'm guessing that's a fail on the dexes.
Yep. So they take 3d8 fire damage.
Boy, you better have a hot D8 tonight, man. You are using that thing.
2,
Okay, 3D8s.
4, 1. Why'd you have to say
Ouch.
that, man?
I freaking cursed you. That
And then
is eerie.
I'm going to use my Force Ballista and go after Xander with that. So I got to make a
Xander,
ranged
force
attack.
ballista.
Ranged spell attack. 8. So I got 26 to hit.
That hits, yes.
Okay. And then it's 3d8.
3D8.
8, 4, 2. And then he's also pushed back 5 feet.
Okay.
If he's pushed back 5 feet away from me, because that's who I hit last, do I get an opportunity attack?
I don't believe you do if somebody else has moved.
Um,
Like if somebody moves.
let me see.
Yeah, if someone else moves away from me.
If they move, that's one thing. But I think if somebody is like
Pushed,
shoved away,
yeah.
it's not like
Just figured I'd ask.
asking's free.
Yeah, and I think that's the end of my turn.
That's
is that
all.
Shane? Okay.
I'm disappointed.
It's like having 3 Harlans all just like unloading 7 attacks at me every turn. Like, God. Okay. Hell of a turn, guys. We're gonna go to top of the order. Top of the order means that the advanced level moves up by 1. So we're going to advanced level 2. No, we're not taking it.
Oh.
So Furthermore, top of the order, believe it or not, is not Wes. Somebody beat you.
Rolling dice.
I really like this one.
Okay, thank you.
First up is we're gonna go for Claren is first, and he is going to, or she rather, is going to cast Globe of Invulnerability on
Ooh.
themselves.
Selfish.
Did we just talk about this?
So basically, for about a minute, they are going to be completely protected from damage. Now, one other thing for this character, when they cast an abjuration spell, you see this globe of invulnerability goes boom, little bubble around Claren. And when that happens, this yellowish wave just goes. And
I love the sound effects.
45 temporary hit points just get stacked onto every one of your enemies.
Oh god.
Sweet.
Okay, so did you say she's invulnerable for the next minute? Or next turn?
Next minute.
Next minute.
Unless somebody knows a disintegrate spell.
I'm looking at these guys. I gave up my spell.
I'm a monk, bro. I don't got that.
I don't have a disintegrate spell.
That's okay. We'll kill all our friends and then we'll stand there for a minute.
I'll wait. Yeah. Okay. So is it
No disintegration.
is it Wes?
That is Wes's turn, yes.
Okay, so since she's
Yes, you did good. Good
invulnerable,
I loved it. I thought it was awesome.
I'm gonna attack. I'm gonna break up my attacks. I have 4 attacks, so I'm gonna attack Gildridge, Iraduke, the Necromancer, and Lord Xander. I just didn't remember the Necromancer's name. 4d20.
I'm just gonna grab my eraser now.
Oh, also, I'm going to do this special little thing that I learned when I did a thing. It's
Super descriptive.
yeah. I'm just gonna read it right now, really quick. Before you make a ranged attack with a ranged weapon with which you are proficient with, you can choose to take a -5 penalty to the attack rolls. If you do so, the attack hits. It deals 10 plus 10 damage.
You took the
Sharpshooter.
sharpshooter feat.
Yes. Yes, I did.
Outstanding.
Okay.
I'm so proud right now. I'm just so proud right now.
Okay, so that's
Will we make the Dunkel cry?
so instead of a plus 16, that's a plus 11. So that's a 24.
Okay, tell me who you're attacking.
Let's say that's Iraduke.
Iraduke, that's a hit.
Okay, and then that's a 18 for Gildred.
What did you roll?
That's a 18. That's a 7 plus 11.
Okay, that's a hit.
Okay, and then Necromancer is a that's a 20, dirty,
That's also a hit, yes.
and then only a 14 for Xander.
Okay, that does not hit his AC.
Damn it. Okay,
Okay, so you did hit the sages you targeted.
okay. So all those attacks have a plus 10 to damage.
So let's just go down the list. Let's do Necromancer guy, Abunai.
Okay. So Necromancer. That's Sorry. That's a 17 damage.
17 damage.
Okay.
Is that with the 10 added?
No. So then that's a 27 damage.
Good.
Okay, and then...
Sorry, that's 27 damage. That does do a pretty good job of chipping away a lot of those temp hit points.
Then that's another 26 for whoever else.
I believe the other one you targeted was Gildred.
Yeah, for Gildred.
Okay. You said 26 damage?
26 damage.
Okay. Again, chipping away at those temp HPs.
That's 30 damage. For
Air Duke.
For Air Duke.
Excellent.
That's 26 damage for the...
You didn't hit Xander.
You missed
Right.
Xander.
Oh, that's right. So that was only
That's your
30.
fourth
Okay.
attack, so yeah, so you're
Right.
good.
Okay. I just got excited. I'm happy. I think I have a bonus action really quick somewhere. But you know what? Never mind. I'll save that later.
Awesome. Wes, you're in the thick of it now, and you are... Sorry, 1 second. Sorry about that. You're in the thick of it, Wes. You are being your little goblin self, jumping side to side, just shooting off a storm. But these ghasts are beginning to surround you a little bit. And they advance forward, and you take a step back to try to get a little distance between you and them, and you stumble backwards. You begin falling. But somebody catches you, Wes. Somebody sticks the barrel of their rifle up the nose of that charging ghast. As you look, your father's got you in his arm. The helmet that he shot off that ghast smashes the face of a ghast behind him, and when he stumbles forward, he just flips that rifle around, grabs it by the barrel, boom, kneecaps him. That ghast falls forward, dagger to the back of the skull, just like that, and he's done.
I'm gonna cry, dude.
Your dad also, when he looks at you, he helps you back up to your feet and gets you standing. Your dad's got tears running down his face. And he reaches forward and he sees your little wolf ears. He goes, bonk. And he's just smiling. He's like, I knew you were a son of Wolfrin. I knew it. You can take the Wesson out of Wolfrin, but you can't take the Wolfrin out of a Wesson.
That's right. That's right.
That's my boy.
That's right,
That's
Paul.
my boy.
Ow! Just starts howling. Oh!
He says, you keep shooting, cowboy. I got your back.
All right, Paul. Let's get it done.
What that means for you is I just sent to you an additional lair action that Wes has unlocked. You get the Papa shot.
The Papa shot.
It's a single target you can use on your next turn. You just designate a target. If you want to make that any of the enemies you're fighting here or the Horde, you are welcome to. But yes, that is what is at your disposal.
Okay. That's great. I'm so
Harland. Harland, you're up to bat.
All right. Oh, cheese and crackers. So we're going to take the attack action again.
Okay.
And we're going to use one of the attacks using Breath of the Dragon. How many of them can I hit if I do a 30-foot straight line, 5 feet wide? I'm standing next to Xander.
I'm saying they're probably standing about 10 feet apart.
Mm-hmm.
So I think you could probably only get about 2 at a time.
2 at a time. So Xander and one more.
Yes.
Okay. Well, then I will do that. I need Xander, and who would you say is standing closest to him?
I would say either Gildred or Eriduke, depends on the direction you're facing.
Okay, so I'm facing towards Gildred because Duke is stunned behind me.
That's true, yes.
So I need them to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
That was Gildred. And there's Gildred. Rolled a 19.
Meets it. It beats it.
Xander rolled a 13.
Fails. That's 24 acid damage to those two.
Acid.
12 to the, Gildred, who succeeded.
Okay.
I'm going to use my
His,
temp HP. I'm going to use my second attack on Xander.
Okay.
Ooh. Total of 18.
Ties.
Whew. Just skin of my teeth, huh? I need to make a Constitution saving throw, please. I'm going to burn a key point and try and stunning strike.
All right. He rolled 26.
Beats it. He takes 13 damage.
Okay.
Hitting that. What is this? It's a bonus action. Okay, cool. Gonna burn another key point for my flurry of blows. 2 more on Xander.
Okay.
13 plus 13, 26.
I'm sorry. You said a 13 plus 13?
Yeah, 26
Okay. Yeah, that's
to hit. And then 17 plus 13, 30 total to hit on the second one.
It's
So that'll be 2 different attacks. So that'd be 12 on the first one and 14 on the second one. I'm going to use one more key point. I need one of those to be a stunning strike, so I'd like him to please make that con save again.
so he rolls a 4, but just then you see Gildred eyes light up, and that 4 turns into an 18 plus 10.
Wow. Okay. Very, very cool.
You're fighting a divination wizard.
That's perfectly fine. I'm going to then run around.
All Xander's temp HP's gone, which is nice, and then some.
So I have a question for you, Chris. If I hit something that creates a 30-foot radius around me, if I stand in the middle of those, can I hit all of them?
I'll say you could hit Xander, Gildred, and Erduke.
Okay.
You have a 30-foot radius attack?
I do. Debating whether I use it or not. I will bonus action. I'm going to choose acid damage. And I'm going to create an aura that radiates 30 feet from me for 1 minute. For the duration, you and your allies within your gain resistance to the chosen type of damage. Actually, I'm going to say it's fire damage. Resistance to fire damage. And when that pops off, I'm going to choose all 3 of those creatures, and they each take 4d10 fire damage.
Fun time. Is there a save or anything?
There is not a save.
4d10.
Looks like we're having
Yes.
a barbecue.
Do you want to roll that damage, or do you want me to?
I'm rolling out real quick here. So 26.
26 damage.
Yep.
Okay. And there was also Gildred.
Mm-hmm.
That's... And lastly, Erduke. Cool.
And that will be my turn.
Harlan, as you're fighting, and Wes, you can see this. Zal, you can see this. Harlan is just going so fast and so loose, but you see him just pap, 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 spin, punch, 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 and he's just going so quick. But the unthinkable happens. One of the ghasts just gets a lucky shot, just is able to just swing at just the right time. And you see it just cut across Harlan's chest. Other ghasts line up behind, and you see just spears just chunk straight into Harlan, pinning him to the floor. Just spear, 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 spear. Wes, you're seeing Harlan on the ground like this. Zal, you're seeing Harlan on the ground like this. Harlan, you're seeing Harlan on the ground like this.
What?
What?
And that is the exact reaction your character
It's
has. Wes is
happening.
like, what? And then you look over and you see Harlan standing next to you. But you look at the Harlan.
We
on the
gotta
ground,
save
he
you,
looks all
man.
Dead. And then he gets up. You see him just like pop his pecs, and then he like vanishes into thin air.
What the fuck am I on?
The ghasts that speared Harlan to the ground suddenly die of psychic attack as a phantasmal killer ends them. And just seemingly hidden as if behind your own eyelashes, Eben the Kenku, Master of Illusion, appears.
Yes.
What?
Yes.
Wes almost faints. Like, this is all too
Harlan
much for him
Harlan
today.
is flustered. Just like oh Lord.
Eben sees your reaction and she blushes a little bit. But she's like, I'm here to help however I can. And what that means to say is, Harlan, you just unlocked a new lair action, especially for you.
Yay.
Do you want to
Yay.
read what it is, or do you want me to?
Illusionary Dragon. Refer to the spell. While cast, DC 13 Intelligence to advance. It doesn't say what the spell is. It says Illusionary Dragon. I do. I'm looking it up right now.
Clickety clackety.
Yeah.
8th level illusion spell.
Jesus
What?
Christ. Concentration up to 1 minute. By gathering threads of shadow material in the shadow from the shadow fell, you create a huge shadowy dragon in an occupied space that you can see within range. The illusionary lasts for the spell's duration, occupied space as if it were a creature. Illusion appears. Any of your enemies that you can see must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or become frightened for 1 minute. If frightened creature ends its turn in a location where it doesn't have line of sight illusion, it can repeat the saving throw. Bonus action on your turn, you can move the illusion up to 60 feet at any point during its movement. You can use it to exhale a blast of energy in a 60-foot cone. When you create the dragon, choose a damage type: acid, cold, fire, lightning, necrotic, or poison. Each creature in the cone must succeed an intelligence saving throw, taking 7d6 damage of the chosen damage type on a failed save, or half as much as a successful one. It's tangible, but attacks automatically miss it. It succeeds all saving throws and is immune to all damage and conditions. A creature. Holy shit.
So basically, your spooky crow girlfriend is going to be whipping out one of the coolest illusion spells in the game to back you up. It's going to give you a little bit of advantage preventing advancing charges, and you can use this at the end of your next turn if you like.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome. It is now Xander's turn, and he is going to go after...
At the beginning of his turn, he takes 9 damage for residual effects of Breath of the Dragon, one of the level 17 advantages. At the beginning of his turn, he takes a d10. At the end of his turn, he can repeat the save.
At the end of his turn, he can repeat the save to...
to put himself out.
Perfecto. Thank you. All right, he is going to come after you, Harlan, because you attacked the hell out of him.
No.
He's going to be swinging his sword at you.
Okay.
He's got 4 attacks.
Okay.
First one is a nat 20.
That hits.
Second one is an 15.
Misses.
Third one is a 23.
Hits.
And last one is a 25.
Hits.
Excellent. So let's get this established. He hit you 3 times total?
3 times total, one of them being a crit. Yep.
Okay. So he's going to deal...
A lot.
Yeah. All right, so 15 damage to start with.
Okay.
Crit is going to be doing... that's going to be 22 more damage.
Okay.
That's a lot.
He is going to use his first action surge,
Okay.
and he is going to actually take the action to usher, and he's going to move everyone forward. So you are now going to be at advanced level 3.
And one other thing, I'm going to burn a key point and use redirect attack on the attack that missed. And that attack is going to hit a creature within 5 feet of me, which would be Air Duke.
Wait, what did you just do?
Yeah, that attack did match his AC, so you just kind of like bounced his sword over and it swung into Air Duke instead.
Explain to me cinematically what just happened.
It's basically in my head. You can go ahead, Chris, if you like. All right. What in my head, what I think happens is Xander just fumes for a split second before recomposing himself, landing that critical hit and 2 other attacks, cutting Harlan to ribbons, and then he gets cocky and swings one more time. And in that moment, some blue trace energy comes from Harlan, and he just slides to the side, and that sword drives into Air Duke.
Air Duke's none who plays. Air Duke's like,
What the hell, dude?
Friendly fire!
And-
Friendly fire!
And also, just to let you know, Chris, when I redirect that, burning that key point, it causes that attack to hit.
it doesn't matter AC or anything. You just
All it says is when it misses you with a melee attack roll, you can spend 1 key point as a reaction to cause that attack to hit one creature your choice other than the attacker.
damn. Good turn. He is going to finally take his bonus action, and he's going to second wind.
Obviously.
So that's going to be. This is a nice little practice for me because I've also never been a fighter. So he recovers 28 health.
Rude.
I always forget that I'm a fighter. I'm just think I'm cowboy man. I'm cowboy goblin. Pew pew.
I'm Cowboy Goblin. How much damage did Erduke take?
He's bloodied.
I mean, from that specific attack from Xander.
Oh,
Zandy Poo.
He took 13 damage.
Owie.
Actually rolled really good.
Air douche.
More like it.
Yeah, Harlan says that, and from across the battlefield, was like, got it.
So at the end of Erduke's turn, you are now at
Xander's
advanced
turn.
level 3. Sorry,
Xander's turn.
Xander's turn. You're now at advanced level 3. So we are going to have our horde launch some attacks on you, Harlan, because that's the one who's been getting engaged with. There's going to be 4 attacks made.
Okay, are they melee or ranged?
They are melee.
Okay.
So that's a 7 plus 5. That's probably going to miss.
Yep.
That's a crit,
Hits.
and that's a 14,
Misses.
and that's a 13.
Misses.
Perfect. Okay, so the only one that hits you is the crit itself. That's 10 damage.
Okay.
No, that's wrong. Sorry. That's let me make sure I do this right. 27 damage, actually.
Those are two very different numbers, Chris.
Extremely so. Yeah, I didn't roll for it the first time. I just totaled it up, so I needed to actually take my roll and add it to max damage hit.
There you go.
Okay. Like I said, you guys are now at advanced level 3. If it keeps going, you're going to lose access to your layer actions.
So I'm not clear on how the advanced layer goes up.
The advanced layer goes up when your opponents take the usher action, like Xander just used his action surge to do that, or when we reach top of the order. It goes down when adequate damage is dealt to the horde instead of just our 5 big baddies.
Okay.
So how
next-
does the anti-usher work? Is that a preventative thing, or is that like when he said the usher thing, I was like, well, how are we supposed to use the anti-usher if
you activate your Ardui Kablooey, you basically just throw down enough fire so that you can't just like, oh, everybody charge, and no one's going to move.
okay.
So it makes it
Gotcha.
so no one can use the usher until the end of your next turn.
Okay, gotcha. All right.
Of
Okay.
course,
And
there's
that-
also the allied charges, which
Yeah.
will bump the counter down as
Yeah.
well.
That makes more sense. All right. I just
And-
didn't know if that was preventative.
Do we use one of our attacks to do that, or is that a full action?
It is a bonus action to use a lair.
Okay. Perfect.
It
Sounds
is Zyle's
groovy.
turn.
All right.
So either we use one of those layer actions, or we do adequate damage to the horde.
I was gonna use the one of the ally charges first thing. Just get rid of some of that
Okay.
horde.
Perfect.
The advanced level's down to 2.
Okay.
And that's one allied charge burnt. I don't have a mechanic for recovering those either. I'll
Okay.
just tell you right now.
That's fine.
Last time I did, and it bit me because you guys barely had to do anything. You just use all your assets.
So was Air Duke still stunned?
Yeah,
He's no longer stunned.
he's not stunned at this moment, no.
Sorry, I just had to decline a phone call from my father.
I was just thinking it's probably his dad. Why did I think that?
All right. So nobody is stunned
Um,
anymore or anything.
No.
Okay.
No, no one is.
All right. You said that. Who was the one that you said was bloodied?
Xander.
Xander. Okay. So I used a bonus action for the bringing the Loxodons out. I have to
You
use.
cannot use your ballista.
What?
You cannot use your ballista.
Okay, that's what I
That's
was.
a
gonna
bonus
ask.
action.
All right. So then, if that's the case, then I'm going to.
You still barbecue his ass though.
That's kind of where I was headed with this. I was actually going to use Elemental Bane at 4th level spell, and I'm going to cast that on Xander, and he needs to make a Constitution saving throw. If he fails, the target takes an extra 2d6 damage of whatever type of element you choose, and I'm picking fire.
I'm sorry. What level spell is this?
4th?
It's called Elemental Bane.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. I've never even heard of this spell, so I was like,
It's fantastic. It's a great spell. Especially if you have someone who deals a ton of
Save.
elemental
Yeah.
damage.
All right. He rolled a 7 plus 10. That'd be a 17. But just
Fail.
as soon as that happens, you see Gildred's eyes light up, and that 7 becomes an 11 plus 10. So that's going to be a 21.
You got Chrono Wizard over here being a dick.
What is it? So that's
Divination Wizard.
well. Can I expend a luck point for that to re-roll that?
What? No.
Don't do that.
It's not your turn.
Well, it doesn't matter. A luck point you can expend at any point to change anybody's roll.
Because it's not a luck feat. It's the luck. It's not the lucky for the halfling. It's the lucky feat.
Yeah.
And he can do that for anyone else's rolls.
Yep.
I believe I'm double checking right now.
I know for a fact. Well, I know because like Hard One on NADPOD does it all the time.
Yeah, but he does it for his own rolls.
He can do it for other people's rolls as well.
They might
Whenever
be playing
you
fast.
make an attack roll, ability check, or saving throw, you can spend 1 luck point to roll an additional d20.
I think they're just playing fast and loose with the rules.
Okay.
Levi.
Okay. Okay. Good to know.
So then, if that's the case, then I think that is the end of my turn because I can't activate my cannons.
It's okay. Get rid of those layer actions that they have. If we get it down one more, and then we'll be
Yeah.
just fine. Because I got a feeling that the divination's not gonna do so well here in a minute.
That sounds like a threat.
Whoa, damn.
Are we threatening each other? I don't think we're threatening. Harlan just wants to give him a hug with his
So,
fists.
Val, you spend your turn and you got your cannons that are still like with you, and you still like everywhere you look, you see them like. And up ahead, you see no less than like 24 of these armored ghasts like look at you, and they just like start charging, coming your way, and you point at them to wipe them out with your cannons. But before your fingers are even fully extended, just woof, like 24 of them just get washed to the side. And they're absolutely demolished. And as you look up, you see exactly why. You see a grape shot blast has just been launched out of the airship that's now flying behind you. Harkin is up there with several other dwarves, and he's like, Zal, you just keep calling the shots, and we'll take care of it, okay?
Calling in
Which
the air
is to say, which is to say that Zyle now has an additional lair action as well.
Dope.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
Okay. It is now going to be Gildred's turn. Gildred, the All-Seer, is...
I also believe Gildred failed his save against the Breath of the Dragon, so I need him to take a D10 of damage.
All right, well, you're getting that damage put together.
B10.
So when you say 1d10 times 10, is that 10 d10s?
How that works is you roll a d10,
Okay.
you take the output, multiply it by 10, and that's how many d4s we roll.
Okay, gotcha. I was like looking at that and I was like, I didn't do all that great in math, but that is a weird algebra equation if I've ever seen one.
I'm
Now,
not one
the
of
other thing
those
I want you to know,
smarties.
all of you have abilities that affect in different ways. Wes, yours is probably the most universal because yours can target either single targets or it can target the horde. Same with you, Harlan. You got a single target or a horde. Honestly, a horde is probably the better choice for you. You also disadvantage horde rolls a little bit by putting a little bit of an intelligence check on there.
Mm-hmm.
Zyle, your cannons can only target the horde. You can't target a single target.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason for that is at the high end, a single good roll could be 400 damage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're going to only be able to use that on the horde, but...
Yeah, I told that makes sense.
or you can
Grape,
just
grape.
wipe
You
out.
can't concentrate grape shot anyways.
Exactly. So Gildred is going to roll a perception check. Gonna beef it.
Beef.
It's gonna be a 7 plus perception is 1. So he rolled an 8. So Gildred did not notice that the lot of you guys have some protection against fire, and is going to cast Fireball on you. If
Sick.
y'all could please make a deck save.
A deck save.
Yep.
19 plus 11, 30.
Nat 20.
And actually, I got to make a deck save too for my character, and so does Alyssa, because it's just this big, boom, big fireball.
Yeah. I got 11. I am not a dexterous man running around with armor and cannons.
All right. So I rolled 29 damage.
Mm-hmm.
Harlan, there was something you did about fire damage, correct?
Yes, my aura, I have resistance to fire damage, and I rolled a 30 on my check.
Does your aura extend to anyone else?
It extends 30 feet. So if anyone is within 15 feet of me, they also have that effect.
I think they've basically been within distance. I don't have anyone. I'm not clocking anyone away. So you guys do sound like you have resistance. So Gildred casts this fireball down, and he's expecting like basically this big explosion, and everyone's gonna be like, no. But instead, the fire just kind of licks him up, and you see the people go, but then it's it. And Gildred, the all-seer, is got egg on his face right now. You didn't see that coming.
Wes and Harlan start doing the haka.
Yeah.
So that was-
is it plus 5 or plus 11?
Plus 11.
Okay, so that would be 21.
21.
And
You
Zal
take no
starts
damage
dabbing.
because that's being rogue. And Bentata also rolled well.
So I only had an 11. How much damage do I take?
No, none.
Oh, none?
No,
No,
you still
half.
you take half
Yeah,
half
I was gonna
damage
say.
because resistance.
So that's 14.
Okay.
And then I passed
Bentata
my
also failed.
check, and so did I cut that in half and take 7 damage because I
Unless
passed my check,
monks with past
and
checks take no damage.
I'm just making sure the math is correct because resistance and then passed the check, so 7 damage, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
I got a nat 20, so. Do I still take damage? No.
No, you don't take damage. Stupid.
I just want to talk about it. With
We're all
my
very
talk about it.
proud of you. Yeah.
Hey, I rolled it
Nice
with I rolled it with
We
my
did a
Grumble
good job.
dice, okay? Grumble came in and
Grumble
saved Wes.
ties.
Okay. All right. Airduke is next. And
Cool.
Airduke just saw this happen, so he's not going to try a fire attack.
No, and he's gonna take 8 damage at the beginning of his turn.
Great. Why do I even bother put the pen on eraser down? He is going to target you, Wes, and this I believe is also going to be wide enough to affect you, Zyle, and he's going to try hitting you guys with a cone of cold.
Ooh, ice, ice, baby. Dun 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 dun.
Let's get con saves.
Con saves.
Constitution. Save.
That's
He's
7.
gonna upcast that. 7 plus anything?
No, this is 7.
Okay.
I rolled a 3 plus 4.
Each.
What? How? Or sorry. Proficiency bonus. That's only if you're proficient in the thing, right? Like our
In the
combat or
save.
investigation.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
and-
it could also be applied to saves too.
Okay.
And I believe artificers are. I'll double check. Hold on.
I'm sorry. I just don't want to.
10 seconds.
Cast those.
You have advantage on. You have. Oh no, you have proficiency in saving throws.
Okay.
In Constitution saving throws.
Okay. Then that is a 21.
What did you roll?
An 11. My Constitution
Um,
is +4, and then I've got a proficiency bonus of +6.
Gildred's eyes light up. Your 11 became a 5.
I flip off Gildred.
So I take it in that both of you are hit.
Yeah.
That's going to be 36 damage each. And we are currently at advanced level 2. So at you, Wes, our undead minions are going to make some attacks. That's a 21
Yeah.
and a 19.
Yeah.
Okay, so both of those guys, whoever attacked him, need to take 1d10 fire damage.
That's the hordes.
It's a melee attack in an aura. Anytime he takes a melee attack, whatever creature attacks him takes a d10.
All right. So that's 2 then, so that'd be 20.
Let me roll it. 10 for 14.
14. Okay. And both of the attacks hit you, Wes.
Correct.
First attack does 11 damage.
Okay.
Second attack does 13 damage.
Okay, so that's a total of 24 damage.
24.
And very good. That does end Airduke's turn. Kilty's up to bat.
All right. Kilty has been hiding all this time, so she is going to make a sneak attack on Abunai.
Abunai.
Actually, who's Abunai standing next to?
Abunai is kind of off to the side a little bit, so I think the closest one standing next to Abunai is going to be Gildred.
Okay.
Bunai's kind of a bit.
So, let's see.
Need to get rid of
That's,
Gildred, too.
21.
21 hits, yeah.
All right. So, let's see. That's D8 plus 5 to start. That's 12. And then my sneak attack damage is, I have a dice roller.
And sorry, that was Gildred?
Abunai.
Abunai. Thank you. 12. All right, that's easy.
And then my 10d6 sneak attack damage is 34.
Great.
And I am going to dance between the raindrops and hide away.
Hell yeah.
Oh, by the way, since Abunai was the first guy that I hit, everyone has advantage on him for until my next turn.
So before
Awesome.
you go disappearing, do you have a bonus action?
Let's see, my bonus action is to hide.
Oh,
Is the
okay.
dance away and hide.
Okay, never mind then. I was gonna have you toss out one of those fireballs to stop them from spreading. But
Oh yeah. Yeah, maybe Bentata can do that.
yeah,
Who can say?
He's a wild
Okay.
card.
I was gonna say not even Bentata knows.
So, where did D20 go? You thief. Abunai just got hit from nowhere. He's going to try to counterattack, but he's got to find you first. He rolled a 12 plus 1 perception, so 13.
Nope, he does not find me.
How do you know?
Because my stealth is 17.
Yeah, it is.
Damn right.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
We're just going to forsake that roll.
Yeah.
Targeted my Abunai. Instead, Abunai is going to kind of go after the other spooky looking thing. Going to go after Tater.
Bum bum.
They call me tater salad.
Salad white.
French fried potatoes. French fried potatoes.
Okay, so it's actually going to be, he's going to target Bintata, but that chain lightning spell is actually going to jump to 3 additional targets, and that's going to be Zyle, Wes, and Harland, because he still can't find Kilty.
Where's the elf?
That's going to be Dex saves.
Okay,
Dex
pretty.
saves for days. Yowzers, that's a fail on Bintata's part.
18 plus 11, 29.
16.
I got 16.
So Zal, you got a 16.
Mhm.
Wes, what'd you get?
16.
You also got a 16?
Yeah.
Okay, so the only one who passed is Harland. And
Do I want
so just gonna whip up that spell right now. So you see Abunai's just finger outstretched, lightning just boom, and just like spreads out and hits Aliel for it's 10d8.
Oh my god.
Jesus.
So that's 37. He rolled dog balls. He rolled absolute trash.
Well, that's the problem.
Out of 10 d8s, he only rolled a 7 and a 5. Everything else was below that.
Okay.
Nice.
That's 4, 4, 4, 3, 3,
So
3, 2, 2.
How much damage was that?
Real. 37 damage to those who failed, half damage to those who pass.
Okay.
Oh, that's right. Good. All right. It is currently Bintata's turn. Bintata's gonna. Bintata's single-minded. It's gonna go straight for Xander.
Understandable.
Bintata's got a score to settle.
Hell yeah.
So he's gonna roll a 17 plus 11 to hit. That will do the trick. And his scythe attack does. Not such a good roll. 7 damage. And he is going to go ahead and make a free attack on the horde. He does this with advantage as they are undead. Oh, he rolled a 3 and a 1. That's bad luck. Oh, and he just barely missed their AC too. Damn. Okay, so he does not succeed in attacking the horde as part of his free action, but he is going to bonus action ally charge. Or no, he's going to bonus action Ardui Kablooey.
All right.
So until the end of his turn at this next round of combat, no one can use the usher action to move the advance counter forward. So, yeah. You see just like explosions of fire and like the gas, like, they kind of like shrink back a little bit. And why don't you guys roll me a perception check?
All right.
Okay.
I got a 19.
Ooh.
A 19.
18 plus 5. 23.
12 plus 13.
So y'all did pretty good. And that's excellent. So you're in the middle of combat, and there's a lot of sounds going through your head. And you hear something a little bit weird. It sounds like somebody's like playing the lute. Just a little ding 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 ding. But the sound is like weird because it's wavy. It's like it's coming closer, then farther, then closer, then farther, then closer, then farther. And you're not sure exactly what it is, but you see fighting alongside of you is Yassine from the Wandering Collective.
Yeah.
Boy.
Your
And
boy.
he is spinning in circles. He's just like spinning. And in his hands are the ankles of Saluka. Saluka is swinging from his feet, just playing his lute. It sounds like the opening guitar from Coheed and Cambria's Welcome Home.
Yes.
And it just seems like it's getting louder and louder and louder and louder. Yassine finally just, and with a grunt, just throws Saluka pinwheeling basically through the air over the enemy's line. And you see him kind of tuck his limbs in, but the music is still going. But he's just like tucking in tight. Yassine looks over at you guys and he sees like that look on your face, like, what the hell was that? And he's like, trust me, it's much safer this way.
What?
Saluka starts to glow. That music just gets louder and louder. And as you look at him, he almost looks like a mix between an arcane firework and a hurricane of saw blades. As magical energy just... And he lands behind the enemy lines, and you just see radical waves of energy just blasting. And that music is still going so loud. But it's now beginning to get drowned out over Saluka's insane laughter. It is now top of the order. Our advanced level goes up to 3. No one can use the usher move to advance anymore, but of course, we still cycle through combat, so you have advancing. Clarin is at the top of the list. Excuse me. And Clarin is going to target you, Wes.
No.
Gonna try to hit you with a spell.
No.
3rd level spell, but still good.
No.
Guy's just burning through spell slots.
Got a feeling there's level 20 as well.
I was gonna say, yeah, they're wizards.
Oh, actually, no. This is gonna target all of us, including you, Kilty. I'm gonna need wisdom saving throws.
Okie dokie. I'm actually pretty, real good at those, actually.
I can see what you're doing.
Yeah.
That is
I
23.
just got
Rolled a
a
nat 20. So
I
Kilty
just-
passes.
I rolled a nat 1.
Bentata barely passes. What did you get, Harland?
Got that natty 20, dog.
Nice. Wes,
23.
you pass. And you rolled a natural 1.
I'm number
Zal?
1.
Okay, so this hypnotic pattern spreads out.
No.
And you're charmed, Zyle. Your spell is now 0. and you're incapacitated. The spell ends for the affected creature if it takes damage or if someone else uses their action to basically shake you and wake you up. But yeah, you're just basically like dazed.
Did you see that finger tutting? I've never seen anything like that.
Hey, I get the reference. Very good. Wes, it is your turn.
Okay. Did you say Xander was bloodied?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I guess not technically, but close.
Okay. First of all, I'm gonna yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna try and do all 4 attacks on him.
Okay.
Wes is simple-minded like that. He sees blood.
Are you gonna do the sharpshooter?
Yeah. Yeah, sharpshooter. So -5 to 10.
He's a simple kind of man.
Okay, so that is a 28.
That's a hit.
22.
Hit.
19. And a 18.
Hit. Also hits.
Okay, cool. So then, plus 10 on all of those, so
40.
yeah, so just a solid 40 across. Then that is 20,
Okay.
19, 12, and 12. I rolled 2 once, but
So that was 40, 19, 19, 12, 12?
yeah. And, yeah.
Damn. Holy crap. 60, 79, 81, 91, 103 damage.
Holy crap.
Awesome.
Jesus Christ.
I'm gonna
I'm telling
Fury
you,
of the
man.
Small.
Okay.
Which,
He's actually not smaller than you. Or he's not bigger than you.
there's nothing smaller than me, unless he's a gnome.
Oh,
He's
that
not
was
smaller
it.
than me.
That was an amazing expression, Levi. That facial expression was worth it.
I'm sad because I had his character sheet pulled up. I couldn't even see it. Damn.
Okay, so let me check the damage really quick. You can, equals your level, so there's an extra 20. Oh.
Yep.
So 123 damage. And then I'm going to bonus action pop a shot
Oh,
at the horde.
Gonna pop a shot at the horde. Okay, go ahead and roll an attack.
Okay, let me just double check. Pop a shot. Okay. Pop a hit. That's 25 to hit.
That will hit indeed, yes.
Okay, and that's a D12.
Did I include the damage and all that stuff?
Yeah, 1D12
Yeah,
plus
everything.
5 plus 7D6.
Yep.
That's off the top. That's 15 damage with the D6. I mean D10, D12. I mean, sorry. And then 7D6.
You roll them. I'll count them.
Okay. Well, I got 7D6 right here. 1, 6, 4, 1, 4, 1, and 1.
Woof.
Damn it, Dad!
You guys are about halfway to being able to knock the horde back. Well, that's not true. You guys are like 60% of the way to knocking the horde back. Harlan stepped out, but that's okay because I realized I actually messed up on something.
I'm here.
Claren is gonna. When Claren had his turn, we did not actually get any of those actions. So, Claren is going to target the horde at you, Harlan.
Okay.
Well, that's not true. There's 4 attacks. 2 of them go to Harlan. 2 of them are going to Zyle.
Okay.
The first attack for you, Harlan, was an 11
Misses.
and a 16.
Misses. I'm going to use key point for my redirect attack.
Okay, hold on 1 second. And so, Zyle, the attacks coming to you, there was a 19 and a 1.
The 1 misses, the 19 matches.
Okay. So you are going to take 13 damage.
Ugh.
Okay, and now your redirect, Harlan?
Yes, I can hit 1 creature of my choice. Could I hit what's his butt who just called the horde?
Claren is still in an orb of invincibility.
So you can't. What's the orb of invincibility again? Can't be touched by anything.
Yeah, basically.
Okay. Then I'd use
But
it on
they
the
can-
horde itself.
But they can shoot stuff out.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
It's a bubble. It's an inward
It's
bubble.
a high level spell.
Then the horde hits itself.
You're going to use the horde to target the horde?
Yeah.
Brilliant. Okay, so they do... Oh. They rolled 2d6 plus 5. So that's going to be 5 plus 2
+2.
piss damage.
So, just a curiosity, the guy who's in the bubble, since he's in the bubble right now, he wouldn't be able to make a dex save, would he? He'd automatically fail.
I'm going to read you the text for that spell, okay?
Okay.
Before you decide if you want to kind of use a spell slot. Sorry, 1 sec. I gotta find it. Claren cast Globe of Invulnerability. An immobile, faintly shimmering barrier springs into existence in a 10-foot radius around you and remains for the duration, up to 1 minute. Any spell of 5th level or lower cast from outside that barrier can't affect creatures or objects within it, even if the spell is cast using a higher level spell slot. Such a spell can target creatures and objects within the barrier, but the spell has no effect on them. So you
So-
can target him in there.
I'm just
Yeah.
curious, what is the definition of a large size? How big is a large size when you're saying you're going to affect a creature of a large size?
It means you have to be less than 10 feet tall.
And how big was the barrier that this guy has?
He is a medium-sized creature.
Yeah, but how big is his barrier?
It's a 10-foot radius. So I would say that is a large radius
Okay.
for a
And
medium
could I-
creature.
Okay.
And that radius, is it a perfect circle or a dome?
The spell is called Globe, so I'm going to say it's a perfect circle. Harlan, it is your turn.
All right. I'm still standing next to Xander.
Zandy poo.
And I'm going to step away from him. And walk over to Gildred, the Allseer.
Wake me up!
You are currently at level 3. So if you disengage with Zandy,
I do not have to disengage, and I do not take opportunity attacks due to the Sentinel and mobile feat.
good.
So I'm going to walk up to Divination Boy
Okay.
and punch him in the face.
Damn. You're going to do him like that, huh?
Nat 20.
Hits.
I'm gonna do, let's see here, I can do a max of 17. So 17 plus 9, 26. Burn a key point for that stunning strike, please, and thank you. Con save.
He did roll pretty good. That is a 19 before his modifiers.
Meets it, it beats it.
Yeah, and he's going to beat it by far. It's going to be 19 plus 4, so yeah.
Wow, a wizard with a con of 14 or plus 4. That's impressive.
Yeah.
I'll use my second attack, Breath of the Dragon.
Yeah.
So
that's gonna be
I
dex
need-
save, aren't
Yep, dex save
you?
for
rolled
him.
pretty good on that too. That's a 16 plus 3.
Meets it.
And
And
he didn't beat it, so yeah.
he didn't
right?
beat it. And whoever's behind him also needs to make that the next in a 30-foot line. So the next 2.
Next to him, we've been saying is Abunai. So
Bunai needs to make that same dex save.
that was a 14 plus 3, so that's going to be a fail.
Yeah, it's going to be a big old fail. So they take 3d10. Go cold. 3d10 cold damage. 6, 7, 10. That's 23 damage. Both of them.
Awesome.
And then I will bonus action use my illusionary dragon to attack the horde. 60-foot cone. It's going to be fire damage, intelligence saving throw.
We're going to worry about the intelligence saving throw to see if they're able to advance or anything when it actually comes time for them to advance. Till then, do you just want to roll up the damage for the fire? Because they're so tightly packed, no one's passing dex saves in this house.
Okay. 6, 6, 5, 6, 3, 4, 1. I think that should be 7.
Want to hit me with those numbers one, or do you got the total?
6, 6, 5, 3. The last one was another 5. 3, 1. I think that's 7 total.
Yeah, that looks like 29 damage.
Okay.
Arlen,
And then
you hit this swath of enemies with so much force, you drop the advanced level to 2.
Nice.
I'm going to fly straight up 185 feet.
God damn, dude. They're gonna take an opportunity attack. No, they're not. Okay, moving on. Harlan, before you take off, you see this Ghast. He's kind of like, he's got an attitude. He's running up on you. He wants to give you the business, but as he's not even in your melee range. He's just coming at you, and you're just, and he just like, his eyes roll back, and he just falls forward. And you see 3 crossbow bolts stuck in his
Hell
back.
yeah.
And the feathered fletching on those crossbow bolts is something you've seen your whole life.
What's up, mama?
Mama lands silently right behind you. And you turn to greet her, but just as you're beginning to turn, you see another ghast is trying to run up on you. And another Aarakocra just plummets out of the sky. Just Mario's this dude straight into the
Hell yeah.
Harlem, it's me. It's your nephew, Uncle Ernie.
Hi, Uncle Ernie.
Uncle Ernie.
And as he's like kind of like standing like possibly inebriated,
Possibly.
another
No.
ghast comes up. Another ghast comes up and tries to give Uncle Ernie the business and swings his sword right through his face. But he just like dodges like within a hair's breadth.
Is he Wade the
And you see
Drunken
him-
Master?
He reaches behind him and he pulls out his signature weapon. Harlan, you recognize this weapon. But it almost looks like the stem of a martini glass that's been stretched and sharpened into an 18-inch long stiletto dagger.
Awesome.
And he takes his one good hand and he spins it in his fingers, and he is blindingly fast, just into the ghast as it was coming at him. But all these hits are like too shallow, and they don't seem to be over any vital organs. So the ghast just got like stabbed 4 times. And it's like, Harlem, I'm embarrassed. Harlem. And he gets him like again and again and again. The ghast is now just like dropping to his knees, just like
Why?
Harlem, you have this potluck, but I forgot the potatoes.
It's okay, Uncle Ernie.
It's okay. We brought the whole family. Harlan, we brought the whole family because it's hunting season, and there's no bag limit on assholes. And just like that, Harlan, as he says it, you see shadows passing overhead of all of your extended family, your cousins, your aunts, your uncles. And they're moving so quick, but you can see them just moving, and they're just hooping and hollering, throwing spears and empty beer bottles in equal measure, just pelting. But they're all there. You see your Uncle Frederick. And there's Dusty and Wilma, Bobcat, Porch Light, Tadpole, Toothache, Bump Stump, Car Wreck, Washboard, Swine Flu, Juck Band, Back Pain. They're all here. Your whole family.
You got an interesting family.
Evan,
I am
Evan
the
was standing
normal
next to you
one.
is like ghastly. She's like, she's looking at you and at your family and you and your family. And she just leans over to your mom and is like, well done.
I look at her like, I'm the normal one. And Harlan
normal
winks.
one?
Harlan says that, winks, and then
Just like,
to think the whole like Man of Steel, like when he takes off like the
exactly.
Back pain.
back pain.
Porch light.
You have
Porch slide, that got me.
2 cousins named Washboard and Jug Band.
Yes, I do. Don't you
Jug
forget
Band
it.
sounds like a band name.
You got to text those names to the group.
Yes.
I'll text it if you want. I'll just send this whole thing because like
That's golden.
I wrote these like encounters that are going to happen during combat, and this is the one that probably brought me the most joy. So I'll just go ahead and share my writing.
I mean, just like Jug Band is now going to make his way into Mixus. Like
Jug Band. Jug Band, the Aarakocra hick. I love it. It's now Xander's turn, and he is going to come at you. Let's see, who did he attack last time? He's going to attack Zyle with 2 of his attacks, and then he's going to go after Wes. Give me a sec. Just pulling up his character sheet. Incidentally, shout out to the fastcharacter.com. You put in your character, you put in the level, and they make a character sheet for you. It's really
oh, awesome. Fastcharacter.com.
Yep. shout out to them.
I'm gonna do that.
So Zyle, he rolls a crit.
Uh,
It's a 19, but for him that's a crit. And a second
my-
crit.
wait, hang on. So 19 is my AC.
Yes, but he's got superior criticals as a champion.
Not my
So
champion.
when he rolls a 19, he rolled a 19. He gets like a plus 11.
Yeah.
But he rolled a 19,
Okay.
so that's a critical on him.
And that's
Okay.
He rolled 2 crits on you. So that is going to be it's going to be 50 plus. It's going to be a total of 60 damage to you. Zal.
Guys, I'm squishy, real squishy right now. So any help would be appreciated. How much
well,
did
you
you
got
say
those.
it was?
You have
60?
those
60
three.
damage.
Yeah, those 3 Velma volleys as well.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna need to use one, and then yeah.
Wes, he comes at you. He rolls a 13 plus 11,
24, yeah, that hits.
and then a 3 plus 11.
That misses.
Okay. So the one attack that he did, that's going to be a 5 plus 5.
This is
10.
This is
10 damage to
Xander. Xander who hit him.
Yep.
It was the
Um,
beginning of his turn.
I'm sorry.
So it's
It
Xander's
is the
turn.
beginning of his turn. Yes.
All right, cool. So that's another 8 damage to him.
Thank you. He's in a rough spot. He's going to use his last action surge of the day,
I haven't even used my first.
and he's going to spend all 4 of them on you, Wes.
I like to
That's
see you, Dre.
That's a 2 plus 11.
Nope.
Miss. A 4 plus 11.
Nope.
A 5 plus 11. Okay, finally, a 17 plus 11
Oh, that hits.
for an additional 10 damage.
Additional 10 damage. Okay.
Okay, and that's going to be all of that.
Oh,
stuff
wait.
he's gonna have.
I'm going to parry that.
How do you do that?
When another creature damages you with a melee attack, you can use your reaction and expend 1 superiority die to reduce the damage by the number you roll on your superiority die, your dexterity modifier. So my superiority die is a d8. Yep. So let me grab
So-
my d8.
I totally understand it's past, but like I have that shield that blinds the opponent as a reaction when they hit you. I understand if I missed it this time. I just That's
I'll let you try.
irritating.
What does he have to pass?
nothing. He's just blinded by my
He
reaction.
should be a con save or something. shouldn't
Let
it?
me look at the infusion.
Okay, so I got an 11. So,
Okay, so you actually took no damage from that last attack.
yeah.
Because you only dealt 10.
I remembered a maneuver.
Using those runes, huh?
Yeah, boy. I'm trying to figure out how that looks.
Deflecting it with like your pistol.
Yeah, I'm thinking that. Yeah, exactly.
What a mad lad.
Yeah. Like he goes to swing down, I catch it with the pepper box. And I'm like, you think you know me?
Oh, I got that mixed up with something else. I have the repulsion shield. That's my bad. But The shield has 4 charges. While holding it, the wielder can use a reaction immediately after being hit by a melee attack to expend one of the shield's charges and push the attacker up to 15 feet away. The shield regains the expended charges daily at dawn. So basically,
there is no
he
save.
gets knocked back 15 feet.
Okay. So he did hit you twice, and he does have 30 feet of movement. So if you want to say you knocked him both times, you can.
It's not that. I thought it did something else. I got it mixed up with
Okay.
blinding weapon. That's my fault.
In the meantime, Bentad is going to take 2 horde attacks. They rolled a 2 and a 7. Okay, Bentad is fine.
Chris, I have a question for you real quick. Sorry to
Let's hear it.
mechanics wise, if I chose to fly down as hard and as fast as I possibly could to slam into the top of someone, and I took that fall damage, could I deal some of that damage or equal that damage to the force of me plowing into them at 180 feet in 6 seconds? Actually, less than 6 seconds. Use myself as a bird spear as hard as I could.
Harlan,
Yeah.
ducks can't do that.
Ducks also don't weigh 120 pounds.
Storks can't do that.
They can't?
No,
How?
storks can't do that.
Kingfishers.
Parakeets, they can't do that.
Falcons can.
What about
Harlan,
ravens?
you're not a duck, stork, or a parakeet, are you?
No, not.
You're a goddamn falcon.
I'm a goddamn falcon.
So here's how it goes.
Mm-hmm.
I will let you take, I think the maximum fall damage
20d6.
10d6?
20d6 for 200 feet. So if I'm 180 feet, that's 18d6.
18d6. I will let you deal that damage to a single target
Mm-hmm.
If I could,
as long as you take that damage as well.
if I could remind you, you would have advantage against Abunai.
Very true. Would it still be an attack roll, Chris, with everything regular?
They're going to need a dex save, yes.
Okay.
And we'll just say that's against your unarmed, against your key. Your
Key save.
Yeah, your key
Okay.
save.
Okay. Perfectly fine. Sorry to interrupt. I just curious. I had an epiphany.
Freaking mad lad.
Yep.
Zyle, it is your turn.
All right.
What is happening?
Currently, just to catch you up on things, you normally would still be hypnotized, but you've had your
Wrecked.
socks rocked, so
Yeah.
that shook you out of that pretty good. But you are currently at advanced level 2. There is no damage done to the horde yet. Yeah, that's where we stand.
All right. I'm going to definitely take a Velma volley. 2d10 plus 6.
So that's your lair action. So that's not part of your action or bonus action.
Okay. Then for my bonus action, or actually for my action, so I get the lair along with my action and my bonus action.
As
All
long
right.
as you can keep the counter down, you will have access to the
Okay.
advantages of being with your armed forces.
Okay. So first thing I'm gonna do for my action is drink my greater healing potion and add 12 hit points to my my dwindling reserves. Goodness.
And how much did you get from the Velma volley?
Velma volley is 2d10 plus 6. I haven't rolled the d10 yet.
Okay.
10 is the one that looks like a funky diamond.
Yeah,
right?
it's the same one that has the zeros on it.
Okay, gotcha.
As long as you don't count.
9.
Yeah, I guess if you were to roll your your specific lair action, the cannon shot, you could just roll the D100 with the zeros being 100
Okay.
instead of a D10 times 10.
Yeah. All right. So I'm doing.
Am I wrong?
Yeah, I guess you could just roll a d100. Yeah.
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 So doing the Velvet Volley, I just got 10. So 16 on top of that. So 12 and 16. So
28.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Better, not great. So then I'm going to take and shoot my flamethrower at the horde. So that's a 15-foot cone. So is that just? I'm just gonna basically just like flamethrower,
damage.
just.
Yep.
All right.
Those spider tanks just.
Yeah. Yeah.
Beautiful.
4, 1, 4. And then my Force Ballista is going to be going right at Xander. He deserves
You gotta make an attack on him.
every bit of it, yeah.
That's gonna sound.
So 13 plus 18.
That's a hit.
All right. Let's see here. 6, 5, 7.
6, 5, 7.
Yep.
18 damage. Nice.
And he's pushed 5 feet away.
Awesome. You just
Yep.
pop him back. Very, very cool. It looks. Let's get a perception check from you guys.
That is a 17.
I got a 12.
18.
Wes, you could hear something. It's hard to hear anything. I mean, this the battle's like really loud. There's a lot of activity, a lot of action going on, but you just barely hear something in the distance. Harlan, from where you're at though, so far up in the sky, you can see something. You initially just flew straight up and you were going to target someone, you're looking down at them, but you see in the distance, in the direction of Drakencourt, you can see the far end of the army horde that's attacking you. Their attention is divided. Someone is attacking them from behind.
No.
Nice.
And with your
Wolfram.
superior vision, you can see that Captain Force Breakspeed of the Drakencourt Militia is leading a pincer movement,
Yeet.
attacking your enemies from the rear as you fight them in the front.
Take him from behind.
Nice.
Yeah, boy.
It is currently Gildred's turn.
Gildred is the divination wizard.
Correctamundo.
He's not the one that's in the orb, though, is he?
No,
Nope, that's Claren.
that's Karen.
Karen.
Karen hiding in
He
a bubble.
is
Safe space.
Wes.
No,
He's gonna target you.
I'm not Wes.
Roll for deception.
He was grumble.
Ugh.
I go into a rage and take half damage.
So you see him just stretch his finger out towards you,
Is he calling his shot?
and it glows with a sickly energy. Let's get a Constitution save.
Con save? Okay, I guess. Yeah. Oh, hey! That is a 19 plus 4.
Excellent. That's good. This sickly energy you feel, it just racks your whole body with excruciating pain. You feel utter agony throughout your whole body as he attacks you with his finger of death.
Oh, I don't like that. Finger
Yeah,
death.
it's pretty lame. So that's going to be 7d8. So that's 20 plus 30. So that's 50 damage. And because you actually passed your con save, you take 25 necrotic damage.
Oh.
I don't like you.
Hey, that was
Necrotic,
good.
so I can't heal past that?
No.
That damage comes out your max HP until your next long rest.
Okay. 25. Okay.
Hey, you passed. It could have been 50. Up next is Air Duke. Air Duke is going to
Take 7 damage.
Take 7 damage.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, can I say thank you for being on top of that and reminding me, because I have a whole heck of a lot going on.
No, you don't. You're making
Yeah,
that
what are you
up.
talking about? You're making things up.
Honestly, the confidence you have in me is extremely flattering.
Right, so give me my HP back.
See, it was that easy. That's all you had to do.
Yay!
Stroke my ego and I'll give you back your HP.
Air Duke is actually, he's been taking a bit of a beating, so he's going to play it a little bit safe, and he's going to cast Greater Invisibility on himself.
Oh, perfect.
That is a 4th level spell. Yeah, so he's just basically going to be invisible for a minute. That is his turn.
Can you have him roll a stealth check for me?
You want him to roll a stealth check?
Yeah.
He is invisible.
Yeah.
All my side of the dragon makes it so I can see invisible creatures unless they successfully hide from me.
Are you kidding?
I'm not kidding.
It's so cool. Oh my god, that's so awesome. He thinks he's so slick. He rolled a 16 stealth.
Okay, 16 stealth. I think I have to do a perception. Well, oh yeah, because it beats my passive perception by 1. Whatever.
Whatever.
13 plus 5, 18.
God damn!
Nice.
Dude, I can just imagine this guy's like, oh, I'm invisible. And then he just sees Harlan just like, zoom, just like,
No, I've got something narrative for this. I'm gonna save. Just let that be.
That
I
is
got
the
something.
coolest goddamn thing. Kilty is up to bat.
Okay. She is going to attack the horde.
Cool.
That's a 21 and 18 plus 11, whatever that is.
It hits.
Okay. So, it's gonna be sneak attack on both of those.
Cool.
I'm just gonna apply the sneak attack to both attacks because I don't want to, like, screw around, you know? That is the wrong app, baby. Okay. So, I'm gonna do my D8 plus, whoops. There's the d8. So that would be 10 plus 10 plus 8, so 18, and whoops.
So that's going to be 18 plus.
18 plus 86. Because I did 2 attacks and they're both stealth attacks. Whoa!
Dice hit the floor.
Oh
You get
no.
2 attacks?
Yep. I can use a second attack on the same target or another target, or sneak attack on another target with sudden strike.
So Alyssa does enough damage. Sorry, Kilty does enough damage to demolish a wave of the horde. As you see Kilty just fly forward with her turnip sword, just swing, 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 just being a total badass.
I got one though. As she's dashing all around the horde, my foot cramped at just the worst time. Oh god! Never mind. I'll do it later. Ah! I am in
Very cool.
unbelievable pain.
Nice.
You guys having fun?
Having a great
I
time.
hate myself so much right now.
Awesome. So Kilty demolished wave of the horde. You guys
Nice.
are down to horde level 1.
Awesome.
Sick.
Yeah, she did awesome. She did neglect to hide though, so Abunai is going to target her this round.
It's not her fault. She got a foot cramp, okay?
I was gonna do something cool and then my stupid foot ruined it.
Um,
I feel like
My
like
foot,
Shane
my
has-
foot, my only
has so
foot.
many times said that.
Yeah.
Like, that's just a
Cat,
thing.
listen.
Ah, foot.
Ah, me foot.
Oh, my foot.
so he's gonna try to hit you, Kilty, with he's gonna try to hit you with that finger of death spell. So that's gonna be a con save from you.
Okay. Pull up my character sheet. Plus 4. Why did I roll 2? Let me just redo that. That would be 16.
Okay. A 16 does fail. So that's going to hit you with 63 necrotic damage.
Okay, that thing only applies to AE spells, I think. Because I could be taking half damage, but I'm not sure.
No, that's area of effect, yeah. So
Okay.
yeah, so that's just going to be 63 necrotic damage to you. Ouchies.
Yeah. I had it coming, but I didn't deserve it.
Um
How much was it? I'm sorry. 63?
yes.
Okay.
Very good. Next in the order is Bintata. And I think Bintata is... Sorry, 1 second.
We all know where Bentot is going.
Fishing.
There's a giant glowy sword prick.
Yeah.
Is he pretty hurt right now, Xander?
Oh, yes. In fact, everyone here is in really lousy shape except for Claren.
Very cool.
Cast that damn bubble on himself.
How many more rounds does he have that bubble? Like 3 more?
I don't know. You'll have to just ask him. God.
Hey, Karen. Karen.
Karen or Carol or whatever your name be?
Caroline.
He's going to be a little bit cheeky. Tater's going to look at Air Duke, and he's going to try to cast him with a Crown of Madness.
Ooh. Very nice.
Like, there are ways to kill something, and it ain't always just hitting.
Yeah. Sometimes you can kill people with your words.
That's an 8 plus 7. That's pretty good. His save DC is a 19, though. So you see Bintata point his finger at Erduke, and suddenly his eyes just shine this pale, ghostly color infused with death's might. And this jagged metal crown just seems to grow up around Erduke's head as he is enthralled by Bintata. Do you guys know anything about this spell?
No, but whenever
I
someone's
helped
enthralled, I know what
write it.
vampire thralls are.
One humanoid of your choice that you can see within range must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or become charmed by you for the duration. While the target is charmed in this way, a twisted crown of jagged iron appears on its head, and a madness glows in its eyes. The charmed target must use its action before moving on each of its turns to make a melee attack against a creature other than itself that you mentally choose.
Yes.
The target can act normally on its turn. But yeah, basically, as long as he wants, he can just keep on piloting Erduke's body.
That's
Nice.
awesome.
Hell yeah.
Does Erduke know disintegrate?
There's no way of knowing. I don't know. God damn it, ask him. Freaking people keep asking me how
Hey,
people spell.
What spells you got stocked?
You see him. He just like he has like glowing madness.
Blink once for disintegrate.
You see, you see Erduke look your way and is like, "Do you guys want to smell this rock I found?"
I'm not falling for that again. I'm not falling for that again.
Oh, that was amazing.
Just
I
proof
can
you don't have to
smell
be
it from
smart to be wise.
Oh.
Freaking Dot has got him. Let's get another perception check from you guys.
Ooh. All right. My luck's bound to run out. I've had some really good perception checks. I got a feeling.
23.
Please, 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 please. Oh, 19.
18.
All three of you see it. Then
Delish.
you guys are doing really good. You can see that you guys are having an effect on these sages. You are beating them down.
My dice paused on the 4 and was like sit there, then rolled back onto the 14. I was like, thank you.
But you see you're not fighting alone at all. There's people next to you. One person fighting side by side with you is Bracken Inkhorn, your Muskox Minotaur Battlemaster. And despite his age, he is still so strong. He's fighting with his great club. There's basically an I-beam with a handle. Just whoosh, whoosh. But you see he's beginning to slow down a little bit. And it looks like the ghasts are starting to close in. And one of them catches him across the chest and he stumbles back a little bit. And a ghast rushes forward, about to decapitate Bracken, before he is split in two with a lightning bolt. The rain around you guys stops for a second. It just seems to hover in the air, and you see something unbelievable. A great sword that looks almost like a leaf. It has no crossguard, just a long handle with a blade wider than your head that extends into a long point, is just flying horizontally, spinning backwards across the battlefield, and catches a ghast right between the legs. And you see that holding the handle of this great axe is Queen Cassia of Wolfren.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Both hands on that greatsword, boom, right up through, is just from butt cheeks out through the chin, just turns that ghast into a clothespin. And just
From
leaves this guy.
taint to chin.
Chin to chin.
To chin. That's a shitty way to go, man. And
Talk about maternity leave.
you see that she stands next to Bracken. And you guys know that Cassia's pretty eccentric, but she's not smiling. She's not laughing. She's fuming. She's furious. Andy Pooh walks up next to her. And Bracken, when he sees who saved him from the gas, he looks down and he's like, Cass, you shouldn't be here. This is the front line. What are you doing here? And Andy just looks forward. These fuckers tried to take our child.
Yeah.
Get him, Andy.
He sees this and is like, he understands. So he lifts his giant great club and you see him spinning it overhead and he spins around and he's going to crack that across Cassia's back. But the second before he makes impact, the queen bubble pops up around her and he just shoots her.
Oh, that is
The bubble
awesome.
dispels halfway through her flight. You can see her cloak flying like a corkscrew behind her. Eventually, like this army, like mud on a bike tread, it eventually just kind of rises up and you can't see the swath anymore. But where she lands, you see a storm of limbs flying up in the air as you hear just shink, 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 and this lady is fighting like a mad beast. Anders stands next to Bracken and is like, oh, yeah, right, let's do this. Starts throwing more lightning bolts.
He is so turned on right now.
He's so turned on.
Wes like looks at his dad and points at Cassie doing. He's like, I'm her kid's godfather.
And you hear not far, Harlan, again, from your superior perspective, you can see that Cassie and Ander are not alone, but the armies of Wolfren are charging in to support.
Hell yeah.
Like, while all of this is going on, Zyle is just kind of standing there like flabbergasted. Like, he's like, this is his king and like this is his queen. And he's just like, I have never seen anything like this in all my years in the military. Like, what is happening right now?
Yeah, how do you think Andy feels? He's looking at his badass barbarian queen mummy, and he's like, he is into it. All right, so Bentada has just finished his turn enchanting Erduke. Now at this time, the army is going to advance because it's top of the order, except that now they have to advance with a big scary dragon in their way.
How are you going to advance against that, boys?
They did roll a 13 though, so
Whoa.
they are going to be able to advance by 1.
Whoa. Let's calm down.
What are they rolling against?
Yeah, what are they rolling against?
I set the DC for the Dwagon.
The Dwayne.
You didn't want my DC of 19?
Wait, did I set that? No, it's a DC 13. It's in your layer action information. Yeah, they're not contesting against you, or it would not work. They're contesting against against the spell.
No, the spell
I have to make it
illusionary dragon says check against your spell DC.
Yeah, but you're not the one casting it. A different legendary bird is.
Oh, okay. And she only has a 13 at level 20 to cast an 8th level spell?
Actually, she is technically a wizard, but I have to put like a passable threshold on there, Luke.
Don't yell at me.
But okay.
Mom.
Do you know
Alright.
what these guys have to add to their intelligence?
Not
ain't
much,
much.
probably 2. 1. okay.
So the horde does not advance, or sorry, they did advance 1.
So there are
What
2.
about our horde? We got the army coming in.
I mean, yeah, your army's been working. They're helping you.
Yeah, I
I'm
know,
sure
but I mean, didn't you
narratively
just
what's
say
that?
that Wolfrin was coming in?
Yeah, Wolfrin's like charging from like the west,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
you got Drakencourt charging from the north.
Okay.
And yeah, you guys are working at it from basically the southwest.
They're charging from me.
Yeah, from the U.
It's from the me.
Okay.
Okay, got it. They're coming from out of me. I am Wolfrin. Hear me roar. Rawr.
Clarin is going to drop his impenetrable sphere thing,
That's dumb.
and he's going to spend his action to try to usher.
Okay.
Didn't we
Yeah!
have one of
Roll for it.
those?
They rolled a 17.
Didn't
that
he have
was-
Yeah, but that was a couple
That's
turns
only
ago.
one. Okay, that's only one. Good for one turn.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you guys are now at advanced level 3. But that was Claren's full turn. It is now Wes.
Okay. Which
So
one
do
gave me?
you want kind of a recap
Yeah.
for
Yes,
where we're
please. Yes.
at? The horde level is at level 3 and nobody's damaged it. So
Mhm.
it's advanced pretty damn far.
I thought it was 2, or because we knocked it back.
He just brought it.
Yep.
Oh.
Clarence spent his turn bringing it from 2 to 3.
Okay, gotcha.
Dude, I would, Levi, if I was you, I would do an ally charge, because if we let it get much further past this, it's going to be really, really bad.
Levi would do that.
Wes. I know.
So
Wes
quick
is-
little recap. You have everyone's still standing. Claren is easily the healthiest one, taking very little damage. Still has all his temp HP, but he's an abjuration wizard. What do you expect?
Mm-hmm.
Air Duke, he's bloodied, but still standing. He's enchanted though by Bentata at the moment.
Sorry, I just remembered something about my character. I think I could have been able to have the damage against me, but it's next time.
Oh, I have evasion. Son of a bitch.
You have what?
Thought so.
Yeah. Damn it.
Abunai also
That's
is bloodied,
so
a
much.
little bit more damage than Air Duke. Gildred, just a little bit more. The one who's been getting the hardest beating, though, by far is Xander.
And what's
Good.
Xander
He
at?
deserves it.
Nearly a death's door.
Okay. So which one was the one that gave me the finger of death? The death finger? The death finger?
Gildred?
Gildred. Okay. Wes is pissed.
Easy. Okay.
So I'm gonna do 2 attacks against that one. Gildred. I already forgot her name. His name. Her name. Whatever. Its name. And also, and then 2 attacks for Xander. So I'll roll 2 for Gildred right now.
Okay.
And that's gonna be with the minus the 5 and all that. So that's 25 and 21.
Both hit.
Okay. And then for Zandy Poo.
Okay.
Those are going to be 14 and 16.
Neither of them hit.
Okay, well, I will do the damage for the other 2 first. And those were... Okay, that is a 28 and a 29 damage.
28 and 29 you've dealt to Gildred?
Yes.
Damn.
And then I'm going to action surge and attack Xander again.
Okay.
This time, all 4 times. That's 28.
Hits.
14 misses.
Miss.
18.
Hits.
And we're done. Oh, and nat 1. But I'm gonna lucky roll that though. I'm gonna re-roll that.
That's a good idea.
That is a 19.
That's a hit.
Yeah, plus whatever, 20. Okay, so, and I'm gonna make that last one a violent attack. And one
What's
of
funny?
those.
Gunslingers have like several different kinds of trick shots they can use. All I've ever seen from you is the violent attack.
Yes, but the thing is, what I was just about to do though, well, because I don't, yeah, on the what is it, the 28, I think it was. I'm gonna have that be a disarming strike. And disarming strike.
So you can use 2 grit points.
I'm gonna use 1 grit point for the violent shot, and then disarming strike is a maneuver.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. So let me roll the damage really quick for the other 3.
Please.
So
Actually, roll the damage, and I'll tell you if you should use a maneuver.
Okay. All those have a plus 10 to them, so that's 27, 30,
Okay.
30, and
You
28.
hit 4 times.
With
You
the
missed with one of them.
really? Did I miss one of them?
Yeah, you rolled a 16 on one of them.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Then let's get rid of that. Okay, then yeah. So that was
20,
it.
30, and 30?
Yeah, 20, 30, and 30. And then with a do I need to?
Xander gets hit with a couple bullets, and you see him just kind of like brace himself with his sword, but his grip slackens, and he drops down, defeated.
Fuck that guy.
Fuck that guy. Wes goes over and just taps him. Just taps him a couple times in the head.
Good
And then
turn.
a bonus action.
You
Not
already
bonus action,
bonus
but lair action. The charge, whatever. It's
very good. Yeah, in that case, the counter goes down from 3 to 2. Damn it, I keep on forgetting to have Claren do his multiple attacks on you guys because it was advanced level 2 at the time. But I missed it twice on each of his turns, so I'm not going to go back this time because you just finished your full turn and I didn't even realize it. Harlan, you're
Yeah.
up, sir.
It seems like it's been a while. Like it's been a hot minute. It's been a little bit.
Well,
And
a lot's happened.
a lot has happened. And Harlan is amongst the sky and he looks down and he sees Gildred's shield drop.
Claren.
He
Clarence,
rolls his
Clarence.
Clarence, sorry. He rolls his eyes back, tits his belly to the sky, and comes screaming down 185 feet, one for all, as hard as he possibly can.
Claren's going to go ahead and try to dodge. Does a 9 plus 3 do it?
No, it doesn't.
just
I'm gonna-
just the hesitation in your voice.
So I'm going to roll 18d6 and deal 71 damage. Also,
Claren is bloodied.
I'm going to use
From
my.
nearly full health to bloodied.
I'm also going to use my reaction to reduce my falling damage.
Yeah, boy. That's so great. How does that look, though? I love it.
Oh my god.
So,
What does Wes and Style see? Like,
so I imagine
You're my hero.
I imagine all you see is like out of nowhere, just this anime style wind spinning behind him as he's screaming into the earth, just goosh and dust. And you see freaking Harlan sitting there full on Avenger style pose on top of.
On top is right. I have to say, this attack definitely knocks Claren prone.
Wes sees the pose. Like, poser.
Can you please roll 3d8 damage?
Sure. Oh my god. 18.
18. The horde that was surrounding Claire is 18 damage
What?
to the horde as well.
Oh, that's
Oh
awesome.
my god.
That's great.
So
God damn.
that was my movement.
Reduce the fall damage by.
71. I can reduce up to 100.
You took no damage?
No
What?
damage.
Disgusting.
I can reduce my fall damage by 100.
That is
So as long as I
nasty.
don't roll all sixes, I will take no damage.
That is nasty.
And even if you do roll all sixes, big deal, you're still subtracting 100 from it.
Exactly. So question for you, Chris.
I'm listening.
That was my movement and gravity.
I'd say that easily counts as an attack. You can take a bonus action if you want, but that is
Okay, cool.
absolutely your attack action.
I'm going to burn. Oh, it's my attack action? Perfect. I'm going to do my second attack then.
Wrong wording,
and
Chris.
I already said he was prone, didn't I?
Yes, you did.
Wrong wording, Chris. I'm sorry.
That's what I get, running my damn mouth.
You gotta really think before you speak.
Oh my god. That's a crit.
This wizard thought it was so cool. He's like, I'm gonna drop my bubble and I'm gonna usher these things forward. Jenny's like, boom, on his back, and now Harlan's just.
All I'm picturing is Brad Pitt from Fight Club with feathers and a beak. Just be like,
God damn, man.
Like, almost to the point where Wes is about to be like, get off of him, man. He's had enough.
God,
He's already dead.
That's 21 damage on the crit.
21 people.
I'm going to burn a key point and flurry of blows.
Let's do it, man. Let's roll them bones.
Get that McFlurry.
What's that plus? That's plus 13. So 24.
Hits.
Oh, and I rolled a nat 1 and refill my key.
You son of a bitch. 16 points.
Yep. Right back up to a nice healthy 16. On that one that hit, I'm going to use a key point and stunning strike him.
He's gonna roll a con save. Does a 7 plus 4.
No, it don't.
Wow, man.
And that's 12 damage to him on that attack.
All right, damn.
And Harlan kind of stands up a little bit, looks over at Wes, and is like, "Can't let you have all the fun."
God damn. So
I never
he
said
had
that.
loose-
I was just saying that we could all be in a party together, and you clearly took my style. Now I got one up you.
So Harland, when Clarence started your turn,
Yeah.
he started with over 140 HP and
Yeah.
45 temporary hit points.
Really?
He finished his turn with 67 HP, stunned prone on the ground.
Crying.
Yes.
Face full of mud.
Crying. He
I
wet
would-
himself.
And I'd like to use my layer action to
Yeah.
to do the reduce advance, please.
To do what?
Is that reduce advance?
Oh, the ally charge.
Yeah.
The advance counter's down to 1 now. God, show them what happens. You use your turn to usher. The other wizards saw that and were like, God.
Listen here. This is a example of manners. You did not say please. You did not ask how I was doing. You just ushered a horde into my home. And that is not tolerated in this household.
So
You come into my house.
Yeah. And Chris, that'll be my turn.
hey, can I just say,
Yeah.
hell of a turn.
Thanks, man. I'm really proud of that one.
As well you should be. Zyle, you are next.
Alrighty.
It would be Xander, but Xander ain't moving.
So what I'm thinking I am going to do is I have one more 5th level spell slot left. And I'm going to cast oh gosh, where's that? Once again, Ice Storm right on top of that prone guy. So that's a 20-foot radius. Am I going to encapsulate anybody else if I like I don't have a very good visual representation in my head. If I put him on the edge of that 20 foot, can I like snag a few other people in there?
From where you're at, you could get Gildred
Okay.
and Harland.
Do it. Send it. Send it. Do it.
All right. Okay. Then I'm gonna send it, and so that's a hail of 20-foot radius.
Harland, you son
Each
of a bitch.
creature
Do you know
has
how
to
long
make
I've
a
been
dex
waiting to have
save.
Claren use his counter spell as soon as Zyle hits him with a spell. He's gonna use counter spell, and then he gets 45 temporary hit points again. He can't do that right now, can he, Harland?
No, he can't. He can't. He can only speak falteringly. So like, he can't even utter this spell.
I've been waiting 2 turns to do counter spell with Claren.
No counterspell Claren today.
He just raises his finger.
It's
Counterspell.
it sounds a little bit more like.
So
That's it.
they all have to make dex saves.
Claren automatically
Claren
fails.
automatically. Gildred rolls himself a 4 + 3. That's gonna be a fail.
Yep.
14 plus 11, 25.
All right.
And
so
evasion, so 0 damage.
And you what?
Evasion, so I take 0 damage.
All right. Excellent.
Harlan's
I
so fast he like just weaves around the hailstones as they fall.
All right.
But not as
so-
gracefully as Kilty. He just kind of like, he's like,
He's like doing the icky shuffle.
Fast, but not graceful.
Got the 3d8 of bludgeoning, so we got 2, 3, 8, and then we've got 5d6 of cold.
So we're at 13 right now.
Okay, so thank you for keeping track. 13, you said?
Do you want me to write these down as he rolls them?
I got my calculator out now.
Okay, cool.
Okay. So, okay, we're doing my 5d6. 4, 3, 6, 5,
One more.
3.
Count a total
21.
34.
And that now is difficult terrain. So that's my casting turn. For my bonus action, I am going to target. Let's see here. What was the? I need to see the names. So Clarin is the one that's stunned and just about dead, right?
Currently, yeah, nearly yes.
All right, so Clarin's getting attacked with the force ballista. So that he can't move, so he
Fails his dex save. Oh no, your spell has
Is an
advantage
attack.
or disadvantage because he's prone.
It's advantage because
Yeah.
he attacks. Yeah, and he's stunned, so he also
But
it also gave him advantage.
It's 12 plus 18. So
See if
I'm
you
gonna say
crit.
that's a hit.
See if you crit.
Okay.
No mercy.
15. 15 plus 18. So then he takes 3d8.
Okay.
1, 3, 5.
You
And
gotta get yourself some new dice, man.
dude, I know.
Yeah.
And he gets shoved 5 feet face down through the mud away from the force ballista.
Just
So
drag him
I
through the
am
mud.
imagining, like, the mud just going up into the sinuses.
And at this point, he is not going to manage to get away from a dex save, so he is going to get 3d8 of fire damage as I unleash my flamethrower on him as well. So 3, 7.
Yay.
And I rolled a nat 20 on my dex save. Because the flamethrower ballista is a 20-foot cone. There's no way he would not
Okay.
hit me.
Clarin is having second thoughts about coming out of his brother.
No. I don't think so. He doesn't really have much of any thought right now.
No, his sinuses are packed with mud right now. He's
He's like, this mud tastes so good.
He's
So
incapacitated.
my question is, how long do you have to be incapacitated face down in the mud before you smother to death?
Half past your constitution.
Constitution, 2 minutes plus your constitution, I think it is.
Yeah, so it's gonna be 4 minutes for him. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Let's sit on him. Slow, painful death. And then in the last bubble of mud.
Oh, I'm stupid. Oh well. I would have done a lot more damage. Whatever.
Air Duke. His
Oh, yeah?
eyes flashing with madness. He's up next. Oh yeah, I forgot to say, Zyle. As you watch, you see Gildred's eyes light up, trying to change the outcome. But for him, there's no stopping a hailstone the size of a softball from just shunk straight through his head. Gildred is the first sage to go down.
Yeah, baby.
That's right.
Oh yeah, we all got kills now, boy.
I don't. I haven't killed anybody.
What? Oh, that's right. You didn't kill Karen.
Yeah, I have a feeling I might have because I misread something. Technically, when he's stunned, he's incapacitated. And any hit against a creature that's incapacitated is an automatic crit.
Well, didn't you crit though?
I did crit naturally, but good to know. You have to be within 5 feet of him, but still, he'll be dead
Air
next
Duke
turn.
Is he's gonna make a melee attack.
Is he?
He sure is.
He wants some of this sauce?
Something like that. Yeah, he's He rolls. Oh, that is just barely gonna hit. You see Air Duke, his eyes, they just focus down, and he swings his staff into the horde.
Hell yeah.
For 1d6. He rolled 6 damage on him. And he's going to try to repeat that wisdom saving throw to stop being enthralled by Bintata. He rolled a 13 plus 3. That's a fail.
Oof.
Bintata's still one of the most powerful sages, lived dozens of lifetimes, is now enraptured by a hill giant with a fishing rod somewhere on his body. Sorry, forest giant. Big difference.
Oh gosh.
Big difference.
Unbelievable.
A giant difference.
Bintata's wild, man.
He may be a forest giant, but we all know he's a hillbilly.
Mm-hmm. Isn't that the
For
same
real.
thing?
Kilty, it is your turn.
Okay. I think what I'm going to do is can I use 2 bonus actions and call one of them an action?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. So I
Up to the
am going
DM's
to
discretion.
Cast Zephyr Strike.
Okay.
I move like the wind. No opportunity attacks against me.
Hey, me too.
That's right. I forgot. When I made Kilty's character sheet, I made a level 20, and the runes I took were under the transmute. No, it was under. Yeah, it might have been transmutation, but I gave her some ranger spells like Zephyr Strike and Hunter's Mark on
Nice.
our rogue.
Perfect.
Yeah. So she is going to after casting Zephyr Strike, she is going to hide in the rain. And as she bounces between each raindrop, she says, "It's raining. It's pouring. But I ain't complaining, 'cause I love the rain."
I want to turn your attention because Zephyr Strike, the casting time on that is a bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
But
I also have to hide. That's the
hiding
reason.
is a bonus action, yes.
Yeah, that's why I asked for 2 bonus actions.
But
Oh, don't think I don't know about that.
okay.
Don't think I don't know.
Yeah, don't
Sorry.
don't
I'm
question
charging
her.
up my laser.
Don't
What
you
I'm
think
trying
I don't know about that?
Don't question the code DM.
Bunai is gonna try to track you down again. He rolls a 13. Sorry, let me see what I add to his perception to see if he spots you. Shut up.
So his
So
wisdom
that's a 13
modifier.
plus 1.
That would be a no.
Just a 14 doesn't do it.
I cannot roll that low for stealth.
That's
Just
great.
do
It's
it.
amazing.
Just do it.
Okay,
What?
so that would be a 12 plus 17.
29. Yeah, I think she's
Come
heading.
on, baby.
That beats my 14.
No.
Bunai is gonna target Wes then.
Oh, really? Huh.
I think I know what he's gonna cast.
Oh, he does. No.
He's gonna cast Mage Hand to tickle him.
Pretty
tickles.
sneaky.
Billy's for a game. Anywhere else costs extra.
Abunai extends his finger
No.
and points it at Xander and casts Animate Dead.
No.
Ooh.
So at this point, the undead Xander is now going to be able to take actions.
That's cool. I ain't scared.
And that is Abunai's turn. Yeah, it does not have a... yeah, doesn't have any additional actions. Bintata is going to target Abunai, though.
I was gonna say.
Tater's going to cast a... He's going to swing with his scythe for 22 damage. Or, sorry, for 22 to hit. That
How
obviously will
how
hit.
big is Xander?
And he's
What was
going
that,
to...
Luke? Harlan?
Said how big is Xander?
He's a medium creature.
Okay, so he's not a giant dude. I'm trying to think of something sneaky.
Oh, wow. He's having just piss rolls, Bintata. That's a 1 + 5. So he only does 6 damage to Abunai. But he's going to use his free action. And he's going to lash out with his scythes at all the undead around him. He has advantage on undead targets.
Yeah, he does.
So that's going to be a 14 + 11 to hit. He hits 4 different guys. And you see these scythes just leap from his body, cutting down 4 of the horde around him. He's going to deal... Sorry. It's 28 + 20. 48 damage to the horde, which then causes him to heal by 24.
Nice.
Very cool.
The horde, the horde's taking some damage, but not like... I mean, you guys are at advanced level 1, so, it's whatever. It's okay.
I also have one quick question for you, and it's totally cool if you tell me just to go jump off a bridge because you're the DM.
Luke, I'd never.
But Animate Dead takes a minute to cast.
Oh, shit. Casting time 1 minute. I am going to go ahead and tell you to jump off a bridge, though. Yeah, no.
Perfect.
I think in this case, it's just too cool not to do.
I agree
Yeah.
100%. I love it. I think it's great.
Like, I didn't just imagine Wes, like, teabagging him and all of a sudden...
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
This situation has changed dramatically.
As Wes is teabagging Xander's body, you can very, somehow, maybe it's Saluka. I didn't even joke yet.
I had a bad thought.
You can hear Saluka playing, and you hear in the distance Evanescence's Bring Me Back to Life.
Oh,
Not appropriate.
And that's exactly what happens. Your teabag.
no. You're lucky that he didn't just bite your nuts off.
I was thinking, thank you. I'm glad someone else said it.
Save me!
Oh my god.
Wake me up, chomp. Chomp, chomp.
Oh my gosh.
Top of the order, the army is going to advance. No, they're not. They rolled a 9 intelligence. They're too intimidated by the dragon to advance.
So skilled.
So skilled.
It's Claren's turn.
Oh, yeah?
It's Wes's turn.
Okay, so the necromancer.
Do you want kind of a recap
Yeah.
of where we're at?
Yes, please.
So, Claren is on death's door.
I got him.
Okay.
Air Duke is the healthiest looking one. He's also charmed still.
Okay.
Abunai is next. He's also looking reasonably healthy, bloodied, but like still pretty healthy.
Okay.
And now Xander is an undead.
Okay. I'm going to.
I think once he gets hit when he's charmed, it'll break. So I wouldn't touch that dude.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna touch. Not gonna touch him.
But you got him all.
I'm going to fire at Abunai. I'm gonna make it a dazing shot. Where when you make a firearm attack against a creature, you can expend 1 grit point to attempt to dizzy your opponent. On a hit, the creature suffers normal damage and must make a Constitution saving throw or suffer disadvantage on attacks until the end of their next turn.
Okay.
So, yep, okay. So, this is going to be the first attack, so for that. That's a 22.
That hits.
Okay, so now he is dizzied or dazing. He's dazed.
He's got to make that con save, right?
Oh, yes.
He did roll a 16 plus 4.
16 plus 4. Let me double check what that is. It's plus...
If you're maxed out, it would probably be a 19. So he probably beats it.
Yeah, he probably saved that one.
Yeah, because I think any of your spell saves are going to be like 8 plus your modifier plus your proficiency. So
yeah, so it's 19. Okay. Cool.
Just hit him 4 more times.
I'm gonna hit him 3 more times then, or I'm gonna do the damage for that actually first. No, I'll just attack him 3 more times.
Yeah, just hit me with all the attack rolls and do all the damage at once.
That is 25.
Hit.
19.
That's a hit.
28.
That's 4 hits.
One of those is gonna be a violent shot.
Okay.
So let's just get these D10s in here really quick. 4 of them. Should make it 5 of them. Yeah, okay. So that is 13. Or, yeah, all that's plus 10. So 23. 24.
And that's with the 10 on there.
Yeah, correct, sir. Why am I blanking? 30. And that's going to be the violent shot of an extra 27. And then just a good old-fashioned 22.
Wes. Finish him.
Okay, like, I want... imagine, like... Because this whole character... Imagine in Red Dead Redemption, you get the Deadeye, right? And it slows down bullet time, and just 3 X's pop up, or 4 X's pop up on... in Wes's mind, on his head. And he just fans that gun, like, fans the revolver as fast as he can. Like, pop, 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 pop.
Nice.
You see
And then,
his head just...
Yeah.
Abunai, the sin against life, sage of necromancy, is dead. And when that happens, you notice something. That horde doesn't look like they're going to hit as hard anymore. In fact, they look a lot squishier than they used to.
God, I love a squishy horde.
Same. Now I'm going to action surge and go after undead Xander.
Wait, wouldn't he not be alive anymore? Or not be animated?
That's a concentration spell.
Yeah, I was wondering about that as well. But you did
It's
say
not concentration. It's
Okay.
instantaneous. So
I think it's
Yeah,
it's
he's
two
still
separate
standing.
things.
so 4 more attacks.
But it is a mental component. He has to mentally command Xander to take actions.
right.
So he's just
So
standing
at this
there,
point,
just like,
I don't think we're gonna get to his turn though, Zyle. So I wouldn't worry about Xander.
That's a 21 to hit.
That does hit.
That's a 22 to hit. A 18 to hit. I rolled a 1, but I'm gonna re-roll it with my lucky. That's a 24 to hit. So
Hits. Yeah. That was 2 attacks.
that was 4 attacks.
Okay, all 4.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he reanimated as a zombie, and they have like 13 hit points. So.
Well, let me just roll it out really quick. Just 10
No.
and 5. There you go. That's just the first 2. That's 15 right there. It's done. It's over.
Yeah, freaking yo-yo of Xander. He goes down, came up, went back down. He like stood up, and guess what? He's just like laying on the ground, dead from all the bullet shots he took. And then he's like, a life again. I'll stand up.
A goblin ball sack.
Now where were we?
Yeah, where were we? And then, but doesn't make eye contact with his dad. Like, don't look at me, Dad. This is a personal thing.
Does that end your turn?
Bonus action, pop a shot at
Lair action.
actually, hey man, before you do that, do you think that you could send some more of that like healing stuff my way?
Well, since
I'm pretty
you asked
squishy
nicely-
still.
Since you asked so nicely.
Cute. I meant to do that on my.
Yeah, so I sent a Velma volley to good old Zal over here. For
Alright,
you,
thank
my pet.
I appreciate it, my friend.
You guys can roll that out. Harlan, you're up. You have
Okay.
Airduke, who's still not even bloodied yet. And you have Clarin, extremely bloodied.
All right. I'm going to take 1 attack at Clarin.
Okay.
15 plus 13,
That's a super
28.
hit.
So that's an automatic crit because he's incapacitated. So that's 17 damage.
Harlan,
Yeah.
how do you want to finish that?
So imagine after all this, Harlan is just angry too. Like, why won't you die? And keeps just smashing him in the face over and over and over and over again until there's literally a puddle. Like, you don't know where the mud begins and his skull is. And he stands back up, looks over at Arduke, and goes, "We have something to discuss." And charges at him as fast as he can, moving that 10 feet or however far away is in a blink of an eye, and takes another attack, which will be a dirty 20.
That's a hit.
I need to make a con save, please.
He rolled an 8 plus 3.
Cool. So he fails and is stunned, incapacitated.
So the last man standing, Airduke, is now incapacitated.
I'm going to burn a key point and do a flurry of blows.
Okie dokie.
12 plus 13, 25.
Terrible news for you there, Harlan. It looks like you broke the enchantment that was on him. So
Oh no.
God damn
So
it.
that's 17
What are we gonna
plus
do now? I was gonna
8
have him bake me some cookies.
plus 8.
So Harlan,
25.
isn't he?
Hold
isn't
it.
it,
I'm
don't
still
you naturally
rolling right
quit
now.
Crit.
I know. I just did the crit
Okay,
damage.
alright,
It was
alright,
20.
alright.
Hold
Just-
your horsies. 25
How
damage.
much damage did you do to him to stun him?
Oh, to stun. I didn't roll the stun. The stun is 7 plus 7, 14.
Okay.
And then 25.
Okay.
And then my last attack is 17 plus 13, 30.
Damage?
No, that's just the attack for my final attack.
Oh, yes. Was that what the 25 was also?
No, the 25 was damage.
Okay, yes. The 30 does hit.
Okay, cool. So that's an automatic crit. So that's 17 damage plus 6, 23 damage.
Air Duke's not looking so hot.
Good. Good.
See if he's a
Freaking good.
He is still standing.
Is he like
Albeit
getting
not well.
close to being bloodied?
Oh, he's way beyond bloody.
Okay.
He's
So,
got a few teeth missing.
Run one
A black eye.
one request. I don't have very many requests, my gentlemen.
Yeah.
I really want to kill Air Duke.
Am I next?
I'll leave it up.
I cede my turn to Harlan.
Or you can just hold your turn, I think, until
I will say
after that.
if this is what you guys want to do, that's fine. We will go through. Gildred doesn't have a turn. Then other people, Kilty. I think I speak for Kilty and Bentata when I say we're okay letting that go. That means there will be a level of advance, though. So if you do want to target, like, Zal, we didn't even use your grape shot on the horde.
Do it.
Okay.
Well, you can still
know
like.
what?
I don't
I'll
want.
do that.
I don't want anyone to pass their turn. You guys do everything you can to the horde if you want. Push them all back. Drop all of them. I just want to kill Air Duke. Harlan wants Air Duke
So
dead.
who do we have left? We have Gildred and Air Duke left.
No.
No.
Yeah,
just
Air Duke. Yeah.
Okay. Then
Just pilot the horde.
Yeah. Then we're gonna be like, can I call in a air support and aim at the horde, please?
Please roll a D100.
Yeah.
Oh my god. So that's both the D10s. That's the one with 2 numbers and the one with the single numbers.
No, it's just the one.
It's the
well,
combination.
well,
It's the combination. So the dual numbers is the tens place,
Gotcha. I get what you're saying.
and the single number is the individuals.
He could just roll a D100, and we'll roll that many 4s.
So I got a 40 and a 2.
So 42.
Okay. 42 4s.
Yeah. Do you want me to roll that for you? Do you want to roll that? Want me to roll
Oh
that?
my!
Oh, here you go.
Damage.
Oh my god.
Okay.
That's insane. No wonder he wouldn't let you use that against anybody.
Yeah.
No joke.
Anything you're rolling a D100 on, you're just like, oh my god.
Okay. At this point, the horde is beginning to thin out enough. This grape shot just goes out and just like scatters them to the earth. You damaged the horde on its own. You guys already had horde damage on there for when the advance happens. At this point, Zal, you do so much damage to the horde, they're not going to advance. They are essentially defeated at that point. We can cycle back through the order, back to the top, and go to Harlan if you like.
So one other thing really quick. Zyle is going to take his force ballista. This is just flavor, and just Xander, boom. Xander no longer. Oh, I would not shoot it if Wes was standing there, but Xander is no more.
Let me finish first.
Oh, ew.
No, not that guy. Get your bite out of the
Oh.
Okay, but before... Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, no, that was just some flavor. It's just like Zyle was so did not like that guy.
Okay, so if it's my turn, just to give it to Harlan, I am going to allow him to have an extra attack by giving him the Commander Strike, which is one of the maneuvers I have. Which basically I can just take my attack action and tip my hat and say after you, and have Harlan attack, and then you will add oh wrong. You're gonna add 7 damage to that.
Oh my god. Okay.
Yeah.
So
You're
I'm
welcome.
gonna.
So
Harlan
just-
kind of looks at everyone and kind of goes, "Thank you, gentlemen." That hits 18 plus 13, 31.
Big hit, yeah.
I'm just gonna roll the tax real quick. If that's okay with you, Chris.
By all means.
28, 23. So that's
These are all the attacks. Not
these are the attacks, just the attacks. So that was 2 that I've done so far.
hit. Yep.
One more. 23. That's the third one that I was given to by the wonderful Mr. Wes.
Really
key
quick.
point.
Actually,
Yeah.
I can do all 4 attacks to give to you. So let me just.
No, you're good. You're good. You're good. You're good. You're good.
I can keep 4 more.
You're good.
D8s.
Okay. Key point for the last 2. 22 and 29.
Hit.
So that's 4 attacks that hit, or sorry, 5 attacks that hit. 5 times 17, 50, 87 plus 97, 110, or sorry, 105, 115, 117, 119 plus 7 to the attack, 126 damage.
126 damage.
Yeah.
plus 15 I just rolled out. Just to,
Over 300% of what he had left.
So, Harlan,
How would you like to finish him?
How would you
I
like
imagine-
to eviscerate and end him?
okay, so for flavor, I really want to do this. I burn 4 key points, turn invisible, pop up behind him, drive it, punch him in the back of the head, burn another 4 points, because after I attack, I become visible again. Burn another 4 points, become invisible, punch him in the face, and you just see like Nightcrawler just all over, punching him over and over and over again. And finally, when Arduke is sitting there, breathing heavy on death's door, I grab him by the scruff, pick him up, go, "You tried to take children, kill children. You took my life force away from me. You took everything I had. You attacked my family. You attacked my friends. There's a special place where you belong." And I fly him up as high as I possibly can and let go.
Airduke, the dragon's pride, sage of evocation, plummets to the earth and hits with such force that digging him a grave is wholly unnecessary. Congratulations. You're out of combat. The 5 of you standing side by side, you look shocked. Bintata, one of the first things he does is he walks over to Xander's body, laying on the ground. And
What's
he does
left
2
of it?
things. He takes the scythe and he drives it, spikes it into the ground right through his breastplate. And he just leaves it right there. A monument to the aggressors who may ever come looking for runic blood again. The second thing he does is he removes his boot, puts that rock back into it, slips that boot back over his foot, and kicks it in place, returning the rock he dropped so long ago. Is there anything you guys would like to do before we carry on?
I think Harlan checks on Evan, checks on his mom, his family. Everyone good?
Zyle's basically going to be doing a head count of everyone that is in the team, just making sure everyone's okay. And once he realizes everyone's okay, he wants to go check out that blue sword from Xander and see what that's all about, and maybe do an Arcana check on that bad boy.
And after Harlan checks on everybody, he goes right back to where that fire pit was and sits. Whether it's lit or not, he just sits.
Wes just kind of, goes up to his dad and just kind of, smirks, and it's just kind of, let's go and check up on everybody type thing. But he's hurting a bit. Got pretty low on HP.
Yeah, same
As
with
you step
same with
forward,
Zyle.
Wes, your dad, he just throws his arms around you. And he hugs you so tight. He's so happy to see his boy right now.
Wes freezes for a second, like has that, like his arms to his side type thing, because he's never, he just met his dad this very day, or even yesterday, and like, so the emotions, like he's been kind of joking around, like, yeah, that's my paw and all that, but it's still emotionally, he's raw of all this going through him, and he stops and thinks, and he throws his arms then around his father and then just says to him, "This is not the time or place, but I would really like to know about my ma."
He nods and says, We'll make time. The five of you feel something changing in your bodies. The power of the forebears was never yours to have permanently. It's beginning to wane away. You still do feel incredibly strong, so mechanics-wise, you're still level 20, but you no longer feel infused with forebear energy. Your forms gradually return to a more humanoid or goblinoid or
Birdinoid.
avian, I guess the word is.
Avian variety.
That said, you guys do retain one physical characteristic. There's a physical characteristic you liked about your transformation. You can keep it.
Zyle is definitely going to keep the twisty blue threads on his skin.
Right
I have to. I'm keeping the tail. I'm keeping the tail. I was thinking the ears, but you know what? No, the tail.
Harlan, is there anything you're keeping?
You'll find out in my end story.
Ooh. You feel the power of the forebears leaving you, and you feel a sense of pride and accomplishment. It's hard to be jovial because you guys are so tired. But you look and you see that your boys fared well. There were losses. There were goblins lost and dwarves lost. There's Loxodons that died. There are individual soldiers of Wolfren who died, and individuals in Drakencourt died. But ultimately, you know that the day is won. And you can return back to the camp with your heads held high. One of the first places that you think to stop, though, was Ptolemy's shack. There's a note sitting on his bed. It says, "Dear Kilty, Ventata, Zyle, Harlan, and Wes. I'm sure you have a lot of answers about why I wasn't more forthcoming about who I was. And I wish I had more answers. but I guess I was just scared. It always seemed unreal that I get to work with you, to live with you, to be counted side by side with you. Because I am your biggest fan, and you 5 are the hero of my story. Your friend, Ptolemy. This is the last great conflict that Runic experiences for a great long time. The faces that we've met and the people that have changed our city's pathway and have grown, they all have stories that end. Do you guys want to hear about any NPCs before you tell kind of where you go?
I would love to hear about some NPCs.
There's two different accounts that I think are particularly outstanding. One of them is a short one. Our Dewey and Laurel Stiller, our faithful gnome alchemist. They're so happy to be living in Runic and living in safety and comfort. They never able to start a family of their own. And Laurel kind of blamed herself about that, but our Dewey never did. He treasures his wife like more than anything. But eventually, they do decide to adopt a Smoke Genasi boy who starts helping out around the still. And they name him Mycos because he is a fan of little mushrooms. So they named him after his hobby. The other one, Cassia and Ander. Cassia and Ander, they return to Wolfrin. And the prosperity that comes from breaking the gilded leash and opening up trade with Akus and Runic, and now that the corrupt system in Drakencourt's been put away with, they've even opened up trade with Drakencourt. And a grand Bowden coalition is formed where all the kingdoms can meet over bread and wine and hash out deals on trade and peace and security, and partnerships are fostered. And for this, Cassia and Ander go down in history as some of the greatest rulers in Wolfrin's history. Ander, being an elf, ages incredibly slow. And eventually, Cassia, being a human, starts to grow old, but Ander stays by her side the whole time. They get to watch their daughter, Thessa, take the throne. Thessa herself finds a husband. He's this big, dumb, meathead barbarian, but at the same time, like, you can see that the guy loves her to death. So it's like, okay, he ain't got a lot up here, but he's got a big heart.
You know Wes had to meet him. Like, it's,
Yeah, absolutely.
Just check him. Like, sup, bruh?
you know, what's up, bro? Like,
He was terrified to meet you. He's a 7 foot tall human who's terrified to meet you.
I love the idea that he meets Wes, and Wes is intimidating enough because of the lore and the stories. And he's flexing up, but then like in the background, you just see Zyle and Harlan just like
yeah.
It's like we're just standing there, and all of a sudden the cannon
No, just
just like
you see those men back there?
Come on, he's just a big dumb idiot, but he's good.
You do anything to my precious girl.
And he's like, "Oh, never."
Good. You know what this guy is, right?
Eventually, after several years of Thessa's rulership, Cassia does pass away. Old and happy, Ander by her side in her kingdom. And Ander sticks around for a couple years. His daughter is a half-elf, so she also ages pretty slowly. But after several decades, he realizes it's not the wise thing for the old guard to stick around the city for too long, so he kind of heads for the hills and says he wants to give a more rural life a try. Maybe growing turnips is what he's going to do with his life. And the chapter closes in Wolfram. Kilty was the first one of you five to leave. For someone who is so like floral and plant and everything, she never really set down roots anywhere. And just a few decades after the liberation of Runic, after the war against Drakencourt, she does also set out to retry her hand at homesteading. But every year, on the anniversary of the victory of Runic, a bushel of turnips will arrive outside the wall. Who wants to go next?
I'll go next, I think. So had a bit of help with this one. It made it better, I think. So I just titled this the Zyle epilogue. After the battle was over and the war was won, peace returned to the land. Zyle, never one to sit idle, began to help with the repairs and improvements of Runic. Head down and elbows deep in his work, helping Tam and the rest of Runic. Zyle continues working on different tank models and eventually realizes that to advance his engineering ambitions, he's going to need some money. This drives him into a close partnership with Calrose Rice, the Tabaxi. Eventually, partnership turns to friendship. Eventually, friendship turns into much more. Several years after their marriage, Zyle perfects wearable tank technology, mechanized suits. His 4 half-Tabaxi daughters become Runic's elite squadron of mech cat girls. Zyle also learns the stars, becoming an astronomer under the tutelage of Olam. Zyle lived out the rest of his days in Runic, helping and defending wherever he could.
That's awesome.
That's great. That's awesome. I guess I'll go next. I was gonna write something, but again, I took a nap today instead. In true West fashion. But I did think of this. I've thought of this from the very beginning, and I think Wes is still going to carry it out. Although, like his father said, and when he grew up in Wolfren, Wes has grown to love and care for Runic with all of his heart. And he was born in Wolfren, and, you know, he had the Wolfren forebear in him. He now is a full-fledged Runic boy. And by doing that, he starts up his own little, like, law enforcement. And he gets himself a badge, and he becomes the sheriff of Runic, with the goblins that come from the orphanage, the goblin orphanage. Yeah, comes from Wolfren to be his deputies, and he trains them the best that he can. And he, you know, I don't know if he ever settles down, or I don't know if he ever meets anybody and has a romantic relationship or anything, but he does care for these children as much as he can, being a father figure as much as he can, and helps them get through anything that he can with a stern but loving hand. And sometimes most of the time that hand has a flask in it. He gets known for what he's done for Runic, and he eventually becomes an old, crotchety cowboy sheriff And the kids just call him Old Wes. Like, there's Old Wes. And he's just puttering around Runic, still has his sheriff's badge. And he keeps on trucking on until the day he dies.
Right on. Do you want to go next, Harland?
Yeah, I gotta compose myself.
Well, you do that. I will say there was one final thing Saki Tori did as he left the body of Harland. He nabbed that crown. Is that okay? That wasn't part? Okay.
No, you're fine.
He nabbed that crown, and it seems to float through the air, and it lands on the head of none other than Saluka of the Wandering Collective.
The true king of Bowden. This is so this is Harlan's goodbye. Damn. After the Battle of Runic, Harlan returns to the ruined monastery. Damn it. And begins to rebuild. With his friends passing through time to time to relive memories and help when they can. But mostly Harlan chooses to work alone or with his mate Eben. When she's not helping run the family business, that is. Learning carpentry from Zyle, fishing from Bintata, turnip growing 101 from Kilty, and learning how to draw with Wes. Son of a bitch. It's hard. Growing more and more in life, after a few years, the monastery is complete. The final piece being a small wooden sign with a symbol carved in it. A star. Harland, with Eben, have built a home for those who are lost and looking for purpose. Whether they want to fight or to study, all are welcome in their home. Those are sent from the Goblin Orphanage, that's the Goblin Orphanage, who either didn't want to deputy with Wes or had a propensity to sneak or fight. Harlan and Eben have 2 children, a snowy barn owl son named Caprin, and a short black falcon daughter named Ferdy. Harland and Eben frequent Runic for supplies, and to see old friends and to tell stories. Reflecting on their life and all their lives and where they came from, he laughs and sips a glass of falcon punch with our Dewey and puts down his pen. Those stories are written down and finalized as the stories of the Chosen, written by Harlan Matthias III, the dual-winged falcon.
Yeah, I was hoping it'd be the wings. God damn.
That was harder to get through than I thought.
God.
That was really, really, really beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah, it was.
Bintata is confused for a great long time. And not even for the normal reasons.
He's still wondering about that rock.
He's still wondering. Bintata is he's an anomaly. He's a furbolg, a forest giant. And furbolgs don't live longer than 500 years. But yet, even in year 800, he's old. He's still duttering about. But he's still alive, and he's not sure why. He sits down, helping advise king after king that comes up in Runic. Eventually, there are even Loxodon and Goblin and Dwarven kings, kind of putting behind the sectarianism that initially existed in the kingdom. The kingdom of Runic just continues to grow and prosper. It's under Bintada's tutelage and advisement that a statue is erected in the town center. The statue depicts the 6 rune chosen. You can see in that statue there's Zyle with a contraption in his hand. He has a screwdriver behind one ear and a wrench in his hand, busily working away. The statue almost doesn't even look like it realizes it's posing for a statue. It's Zyle, nose deep in his work. There's a picture of Kilty, and she's holding aloft it almost like it's a sword, but it is just a hand. But she has that wild look in her eyes, and the antlers that she carries through the rest of her days still dot her appearance on the statue. You see incredible work of stonesmanship, mason work, I guess is what it's called. The dwarves actually made this swooping pattern that seems to encircle all 6 of those standing together, made out of Harlan's wings, as he seems to fly up, rising from the earth with a fist clenched tight, ready to rumble. In the very front, there's a goblin. You got to be in the front. You can't be in the back.
You can't see me if I'm in the back.
There he stands, and you could just see he's raising his pepper box, just lifting the brim of his hat to give a sly look. Tommy is standing in the middle, and his face looks peaceful and serene. He's just wearing normal clothes. He's not in some dynamic pose. He's not anything like that. He just holds in his hand down at his side a crown. He was a person who had power, but he never brandished it against anybody. He was a peer to all of you. And Bintada, seeing that your memories are immortalized in this stone center, he's happy. He smiles. It's this special time of year where Runic celebrates the festival of the unseasonable snowfall. Everyone thinks it's just a weather phenomenon that happened a long time ago, but the really long-lived know the story of the tree and the Yeti. Bintada, he still chuckles when he thinks of that moment. But as he looks at your statue, and he sees that your memories will be cemented forever in Runic, he feels something change. He starts to fade away, having completed the mission that he's lived these 800 years to finish, cementing all of your legacies forever in the city of Runic. Thank you all very much for playing Runic with me. Thank you all very much for being a part of the story. If there are people who played a few episodes and then had to leave for other priorities, I want to say thank you to you two. I want to say thank you to Luke. I want to say thank you to Shane. I want to say thank you to Levi. Thank you to Alyssa. You guys, I start projects all day long, but having you be on this journey with me has helped me complete this project, and I don't do that often. So being able to be here and getting to tell this story and share this with you has been one of the greatest pleasures I've experienced in a great long time.
Pleasure's been
one
all
last
ours.
time. Thank
It's
you
a
very
hell of
much
a
for listening
project to
Runic.
finish.
We'll see you around.